guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you are down here in the mountains southeast of Nomrat, where you guys are on the way to a place called Lost Moor and are escorting a woman by the name of Zalfriora. Last week, you managed to meet up with a woman who kind of sidetracked the party a little bit and challenged Tomo to a duel. After a heated exchange where Tomo nearly lost, he was inspired to get back into it and finish her off, at which time he spared her life, and in a show of respect, she offered him a sword that she revealed was cursed. Taking the sword, he was honored by the woman, and you continued on down the path. That's where we pick up as you are moseying down the trail, hopefully in the direction of Lostmore, with 5 days to go. So, as you are traveling, Zalfriora is there with you and is furious as to what you guys plan to do with the information, as she is way too tall at the moment. With the information on how to rise the Sky Islands, as that is the information contained in the box you guys are trying to open.
And just for breezy's sake, we did have a long rest at the end of last session as well.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had the long rest.
All right. Got all my spells back.
Yep.
Probably mess with my spell order here. So is she just asking in like everybody in general?
Yeah. She's just asking, what would you do if you had the power to raise an island into the sky?
Well, I mean, it depends, doesn't it? Like, what if you have to like blood sacrifice 10,000 people to do it? And if it did that, I wouldn't do it at all. But if like you could just snap your fingers, I'd probably make my own like island base or something, like a fort, like a pillow fort, except in the sky.
Interesting. Would you, as a question, how would you provide the logistics for such a place? Food, travel, etc.
Don't forget the copious amounts of pillows.
The copious amounts of pillows.
I could just parachute down.
And how would you come back up?
Well, obviously, I would make it so the island can go up and down too.
That's assuming the islands could go up and down. What if the information that's in the box only raises the island and nothing else? The means of control are not included in it.
Well, then I would have to find that.
Yeah. Lumi nods. Certainly.
I would be concerned about the water supply. That's the one that I would be bothered by.
I mean, if it's just me, I should be fine. I can make my own water.
Are you thinking a small island?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, just for me, you know.
Oh, so you'd abandon the friends?
No, they can come if they want, but it'd be like my house, you know.
Oh.
Would it be our house?
Are you gonna make stairs then? Like a lot of stairs so we can come up?
Well, I'd have to, like I said, I have to lower the. So anytime you guys would want to, come and visit, I would have to lower the island, which I don't know how to do, but I would figure it out eventually.
I mean, I'm sure there are ways of one.
Well, there's magic,
getting to the island. Indeed. Much
Yeah,
improved.
like you can make people fly or you can teleport, but I'm not strong enough to do that stuff yet.
I have a
But I will
question
be.
about landing the island. What would
Huh?
happen? Where would you land it? Would you have to have a dedicated landing spot?
What about landing in the water? I wonder sometimes. I hear these stories about floating cities and everything else, and you look at islands in the sea, and I wonder if some of these islands are just floating cities that have landed in the water and are just waiting to rise up again.
I don't know. If I knew everything, I wouldn't be walking around here trying to figure all this stuff out.
But isn't the journey? But it's important figuring it out.
No, just figuring it out. That's the important part.
Yeah. Myself, if I could live that island, I'm not sure if I would. I'll certainly keep the information, add it to my collection, and I don't know. Perhaps, perhaps raising an island would be interesting, would be good. But I'll have to find a purpose for it. I wouldn't do it just for the sake of doing it.
Well, Zalfiora, you said this is your family legacy. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean your family used to raise sky islands?
Long ago, one of my ancestors was in charge of the Sky Island. Yes.
Oh, so they were on the sky people's side of the war?
Unfortunately, yes. It was a very long time ago, you understand.
Oh yeah.
How long ago was this? She looks around, not asking specifically anyone. I really don't understand this. I
It
don't
was
know much about the war, or at least very much about this world. How long ago was it?
You know what? Let me do a history check. Let's see if Breezy knows. No, she
No,
doesn't.
no.
She
Long
hasn't. She
time
hasn't read
ago.
about.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I love that Jimberly, of all players, doesn't know.
Hey,
Oh,
Joe knows play. Generally, though, be more fun if he's ignorant.
I
Yep.
Wouldn't
mean,
make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I actually haven't read that much about the actual war. All I know was that it was, there was a long time, like I think a couple thousand years ago. Um, there was like a big old war between the sky people and everyone who lived on the ground. And it was really bad too.
Very bad.
Well, I mean, there's no more. Well, if the Sky Islands even existed to begin with, like, sounds
Well,
more like a fairy tale.
maybe, but like if according to what I've read, like magic and technology and everything was a lot more advanced back then than it is now. The war was so destructive that it set back all of civilization.
I wonder, does anybody know how the war ended?
Well, I think the sky people lost.
Everyone loses in war.
Well, they lost hardest, I think, because doesn't look like there's ain't no more sky people.
Did they lose or did they just left?
Breezy shrugs. I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know if they actually lost. I'm just assuming because there ain't no more around.
Well,
In war, nobody wins. Everyone loses. And what ends up happening in this case is the Sky People, well, when the islands crashed, they had no choice but to integrate into society. They, they don't separate themselves anymore. Without the islands, there's no point in claiming the heritage. There's no
um,
difference between a sky person and a ground dweller. They are simply people on Toivoa.
what about yourself, Zalfriora? If you can If the knowledge from your puzzle box becomes available to us all, what would you do? Would you raise an island?
I've thought long and hard about that. Possibly, if the situation were right. I think that there's certain aspects of Toivoa that shouldn't be available to everyone.
Well,
I think that there are secrets that are hidden beneath some of the crashed sky islands that need to be exposed. And I think it's time that at least these things be considered.
hmm. I would worry about the information inside the puzzle box getting to other people's hands. While some of us might decide to raise a pillow fort into the skies or raise a sanctum for our friends and having fun, I think there's a lot of people that will see the information on that box and wanted to use it for evil, perhaps start a new war. I wonder
That's
if
a valid concern.
I wonder if all of those locks on that box are there for a reason, and we shouldn't play with this.
They're definitely there for a reason. They're there to prevent the random person from gaining the knowledge. I think you're
Yeah,
right, though. It's a dangerous topic.
And this is why, if it were me, I would just keep it hidden. I'll add it to my collection somewhere that cannot be seen, or found, or heard, and bring it out only once it was utmost required and necessary.
I still don't even think it's real.
Well,
the box is real, but
The
that
box
yeah,
about these sky islands and all this stuff. I guess we're gonna see. I can't even consider it. It's so ridiculous to me that we will have to wait and
well, what would you do, Jimiroli, if you could raise an island into the sky? What would you
that's
do?
like asking me what I'd do if I grew fairy wings, 4 legs, and 2 more arms, and pranced around. I don't know. It's like the concept is so foreign to me that I can't even consider it.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So,
understand.
as a question, generally, I understand why Tomo is here. I understand why Luminostra is here. I even understand why Breezy is with us.
Hey.
I'm curious as to why you've decided to come along.
I thought I would be one of the more obvious ones, but I guess everything's a little different. I'm tired of shooting. This was an easy way out.
I understand. So, you're looking for traveling companions to get out of the country of Shu?
Well, that's how it's starting anyway. To be 100% honest,
Well,
we're
it's
gonna see
nice
how
to
it
have
goes.
such a capable warrior, even if it's mostly in law and hammers.
Lumi nods and says, Jim Rowley, you have you have helped us a great deal. I'm for one, I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. It's just there's so much is happening. Talking about Sky Islands.
I
Why
understand.
does everything feel so enormous?
Toivoa is a vast place. We're very small in comparison to everything that's out there.
You're right. I am very small. I've come to
Lumi's
adapt to
putting
that.
her hand Rumi's putting her finger up as well. It's like me too, but she doesn't say it. She's just like, me too. I'm small.
So
Things
Breezy,
have gone
okay, go ahead.
oh, sorry. No, I said things have gone it's like nodding and agreeing with you, Jim Rowley. Lumi goes, Yes, things have certainly gone fast. And I mean, we'd only met each other a week and a bit, and we already halfway across our journey, having done so much already, met so many people.
I've known Merlot for a little while. He was living in Navrat.
Yeah,
I'm at the bar fairly often. But yeah, you're right.
I assume and she looks at Alfriora. She's like, I'm sure once we arrive at, we still have 5 days into our destination, and I'm sure when we arrive at Lost Moor, there will be many, many more secrets and adventures and things for us to do. I don't foresee things getting calm anytime soon.
Well, we can take a break in Lostmore. I'm sure it'll take at least a couple of days to get the box open and possibly restock and get ourselves situated. It's a nice little hamlet. At least that's what the rumors are.
That is good.
We start calling it Foundor once we're there because we'll found it.
No, unfortunately,
Oh,
Lostmore is protected. There is a enormous dragon skull that closes over the entrance. In order to open it, it requires a ritual be performed.
Um,
I searched for long and hard in order to find the ritual. I know it by heart and have not written it down.
sorry, that is Dr. Doji awaiting your arrival to unlock the city, or has he already? Is he aware of this ritual already?
Doji will be meeting us there to open Lostmore.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, should we be worried about opening an ancient city that's been locked for many years? Is the dragon this only guardian? Will there be others?
Well, Doji is a guardian of the entrance, and once within, I'm not sure what to expect.
Anything could happen, I suppose. Um, okay. Things are getting clearer now.
I'm not certain of that, but perhaps.
Well, I mean, at least in our understanding of what is going to happen when we get there. This was information that we haven't had it before. That's what I mean.
Okay. Breezy, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
You have boundless curiosity. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I just always been like this. Like, so I grew up in a pretty small town, and according to everyone else, I've always been like this. I would always ask questions and watch all the craftsmen do their work, and I would just be constantly learning everything. And then about a little almost 2 years ago, one day a wizard, a hedge wizard, was passing through, and he ended up staying for the winter. He got snowed in, and he started teaching me magic because he was staying at my father's inn. And then I took to it like a fish to water, and I don't know, just everything kind of just spiraled from there. He said I should go to the Grand Library in Chandler Shadi, and that's how I became a student. He wrote me a letter of recommendation too.
Really? What was his name?
Mm, it's Google random user names.
Fancy name generator. Go for it.
Uh, his name was Mollix.
Can I get you to spell that, please?
Sure.
Or type it into Roll20.
Hold on. Let me put it in Roll20.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't anything special. There's lots of wizards in Fluiden, but he was just a traveling hedge wizard. Making his living, fixing things and solving problems, kind of like a wandering handyman. But he taught me the basics, and he wrote me that letter of recommendation, which is how I got into the academy in the first place. That's why they let me take the test. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have let me even apply. So, anyways, to answer your question, no, I've always been like this. I don't know why.
Hmm. Do you prefer being out in the wild, or do you prefer studying books?
Well, I like both, but so I've read stories, right? About how people were always, going places and discovering things, and that seemed like really fun. But they didn't write about, the mundane things like how much your feet hurt after walking all day.
She smiles. They do get a little sore.
So and like how uncomfortable it is sleeping on rocky ground. Like so, I mean, it's tough, but I think it's worth it. But I mean, if if you could just plop me into like a big old library somewhere, I'd really like that. Especially one with books I haven't read before. Oh, you should see the library in the Grand Library in Chandler Shadi. I wish I
Oh,
could go back there.
be careful using that word again.
What?
Wish.
Wish. There's a lot of entities out there, Breezy, who might take you literally.
This is
Hmm.
something as young fairies learn very quickly when we grow up.
Uh,
Words
uh,
have power.
hmm. Well, I hmm. She thinks about it for a second. I Do I guess I pine after. I aspire to. Maybe I. Well, I could just say I want to. I want to go back to the library someday.
Making hypotheticals.
Hmm? I would like to go back to the library and have access to the books. Uh, I mean, even as a student, there were sections that they didn't allow me in. It was really annoying. I remember I was asking about theoretical magic. I was because I was working on my theory, and I was asking about uh, traveling back in time and asking if that was even possible. And apparently there are books written on the subject, but when I asked, they put me on they're in the highly theoretical, dangerous magic section of the library, and they put me on the no access list. It was really unfair.
The camera's going to pan over to Deuce, who puts down his book very sheepishly and starts listening as we move the camera back to the rest of the group.
Well, because it's not because I'm interested in actually traveling through time, but time is a dimension you have to take into account when you're trying to create a unified theory of magic. So I just wanted some reference books to see what people had said about it, and they kicked me out of the
Was
library.
was that the work you said it was? Sorry, just out of on the table of character. Have you ever mentioned to everybody about your theory being
I think she
stolen?
did. She did talk to Lumi and Deus about it.
Okay.
She's mentioned that it's something she's working on. Like
Okay.
she spoke at length about how she thinks.
So she would have told us that this is the theory that was stolen, right?
Well, she hasn't told you that it was stolen. She said she
Oh,
was
okay,
working on
that's
it.
fine. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah,
Uh,
Lumi won't say anything then. She will not.
yeah, because she's talked at length about how she thinks the divisions in different kinds of magic are artificial, so that divine magic and arcane magic are actually the same thing. Just from
Why do you
and
think? Are you explaining this now in character? Would you
well,
be doing
she
so?
has explained it before, but yeah, she'll start yapping about it again if you let her.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
Lumi would say she was go, Brizzy. What do you think? Why do you think those artificial barriers were put in place first?
Well, that's actually a good question. I don't know. So divine magic, is magic that the various entities allow people to use, kind of like warlocks. It actually raises a very interesting question about what the difference is between a warlock and a cleric.
I I
I,
think Lumi stops thinking about the subject. As I hear, obviously, she looks around, noticing there's no divine casters in our group, at least that she knows about. Just one prays to be bequeathed power. A warlock is gifted power, is theirs. They don't have to pray for it. It's like the same as me giving you the pen for you to write in your books, Breezy. I give you the pen. I'm not letting you. You don't have to. The pen is yours once I give it to you. I believe the priests are more. I lease you the pen. Once you use the pen, you have to ask it for it again.
mm, maybe I don't know, but that goes into the question of perhaps that's another aspect of the difference between divine and arcane magic. But then I've heard of different casters that mix and match both, but they don't necessarily pray to a god. So I just I don't what I think is that there is a source, a magic that was used at the beginning of creation, and perhaps gods are the ones who put those divisions into place, or perhaps they occurred naturally.
Hmm.
But I'm pretty sure I can mathematically prove it. I just I'm just still working on it.
So you believe in invokers?
What's that?
People who have the capacity to tap into both the arcane and the divine magics simply as channels and conduits of the gods themselves, without the need for
Perhaps.
supplication and without the need for um without supplication or gifts, but rather simply taking hold of power and channeling it towards their ends.
Maybe. That sounds like something that I'm talking about. It just depends on how they're accessing the magic. If they're accessing it after the barriers or before the barriers.
What barriers are you speaking about?
The thing that prevents us from accessing the true source. That's what I call it.
Interesting.
I don't know how I use magic. I just do.
I mean, that's how a lot of people do it. I mean, magic is everywhere.
But I cast divine magic as well.
Yeah.
Do you believe in God generally?
Gods. I've heard a lot about all of them.
Do you
I would
worship
say
any
I'm.
of them?
I can't say I know enough about many of them to worship them. The women in Shu kind of scoff at me, and I don't really prefer any of the giant gods, to be fair. They didn't really seem up my alley.
Hmm.
Being that I'm 3 feet tall and not a giant.
Do your people normally worship gods generally?
Uh, I think so, but I haven't been back to a dwarven settlement in the majority of my life.
Hmm.
They don't give people a lot of books on dwarves and Shu.
No, I suppose not.
That's
Women here do tend to be fairly xenophobic.
that's another part of my journey is to perhaps get back to find if anything's left of my home.
Where was your home?
From what I heard, it was in the mountain range between Chew and Corlin.
From
Oh,
what you
goodness.
heard, you
I was,
haven't been there before?
I was a small child. I don't know where it was.
Oh, okay, I understand.
That's. She trails off. She doesn't finish her statement.
He really
Yeah.
doesn't really notice.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about the geological aspects of that landscape, unlike me.
Right.
And so
Yeah. So
And
we'll,
so
we'll
yeah,
explore
so he's
that in the
just
future.
yeah, like he's just like, yeah, no, it's there.
Okay.
And Joe knows that there's not much there.
Yeah. So does Alfriora.
Yeah.
So Tomo, this new sword of yours. The woman said it was cursed. Are you okay?
He may be
You
a
lit up.
mute.
I got
Oh,
you.
Or he,
here.
oh, there he
I'm
is.
here.
Okay.
Now that you mention his name, you notice that he's just been kind of like staring down at the sword. He's got his hand on the scabbard, and whenever you say his name, it takes a moment to register, and he kind of looks up and almost like trips as he's walking. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
The lady that you challenged, the one who honored you, mentioned that the sword was cursed, and yet you took it willingly. Are you okay?
To be honest, no, I'm not. I'm scared of this blade. Scared of what I've entered into. I didn't think anything coming from Abe could make me feel this way. To be honest, I think I've been a little naive.
Tell me about him. What do you remember?
He was an odd man. Like I said, he would put on this display of being old and senile and even blind whenever Shu and authorities came by. He, uh, he would sometimes retreat and keep to himself, but he was very open with his teachings with me. I felt very comfortable learning from him, but I've learned some things lately that make me uncomfortable. It seems he was hiding some things from me. I don't know why.
Perhaps he was protecting you. Could it be that he wasn't proud of some of the things that he was part of in the past and he was trying to do it right with you?
Yes, there was a certain peace to his teachings that
You think these were the same teachings that that woman had? She
she,
seems very different to you.
yes, I felt the same way. The ferocity with which she attacked me caught me completely off guard, and
She was sipping with pride. It's not something I have seen in you, at least in not even an ounce of it. There's a
precisely, Lumi.
sense of humility about you. That's something that was not present in her.
I don't feel very much like her,
I don't think you are.
but now that I carry this blade, I feel part of her has come with me, and that scares me.
Well, we don't know what this blade is capable of doing. You will learn with it time, and perhaps there's something we can do to get rid of this curse. But we're all shaped by the things that we do and the people that we meet. Even us, and she looks around the group. We every we all gonna be different from all the interactions that we have. The difference is what we do with that. I think you can you should try to find a way in which it will make you stronger. Just like you did. You you managed to beat that woman in the street, in the road. You didn't let her take you down. Don't let this curse take over you. Do something about it and let it and make as they say, and she smiles, what won't kill you can only make you stronger.
Tomo kind of smiles at you and nods. You're right.
She's her smile is she smiles back at you in a sincere way, but there's a weakness to her smile.
What is the nature of the curse? Do you know, Tomo?
Deus was kind enough to reveal what he saw to me when he inspected the blade. And, he says there's some kind of bloodlust attached to it that I may encounter if I happen to be damaged in battle.
Hmm. Should we be cautious about that?
I believe so, for sure. I don't feel safe with this in my hands.
Would you part with it if you could?
Yes, yes, I would. I think I've made a mistake.
Hmm. Then we must find a way to free you from it.
Indeed.
Do you believe that she intended for you to be afflicted by this?
I don't know what her intentions were. I question how she were to have given up this blade so willingly. I don't know why she had this blade under Abe's teachings, and I don't know what to expect from the students I may encounter in the future.
I suspect that should you encounter any more students of your master, they will challenge you in like manner. Be cautious and ready for them. Do you know any other tactics or skills that your master might have taught students that you could be prepared for?
Certainly, as I said, he taught us to, or he taught me to, in combat, be one with the wind, be one with the air around you, feel what is coming through the currents. And that's certainly what I saw from Ikari in the road. But there was another side to the teachings, one that involved the cover of darkness. It involved striking precisely when the enemy is unaware. So I think we'll have to be vigilant as we make camp moving forward.
It's a little frightening.
There's a out of character. If the individuals that learned there was 100 archers in the woods, have we been told about this?
Jim Rowley had mentioned like, oh, I see you're true to your word. After she said 100 archers, he saw him actively looking around and kind of pointing them out like into the forest. So I mean, it would have been
Yeah.
pretty obvious so that there was
Okay.
indeed 100 archers. Yeah.
Yeah, Lumi was like, well, if indeed I'm surprised she found this where she found this. We're meant to be going deeper into a wild territory. I'm surprised how populated this territory is, especially finding her with her troop of archers hiding in the woods. moving that many people. She must. That I'm. I don't. It puzzles me, the logistics of this. They must have a place nearby.
No, now to think about it, how did she know we were on the road? How did she find us?
I was thinking the same thing, Breezy. I'm not sure.
Umi puts her hands up. Yep. Not sure. Do you have anything from your master with you, Tomo?
Um, Tomo, you can see he like tries to reach towards one of the other blades that's on his belt, but his hand like can't come off of the
The
black
other one,
scabbard
yeah.
of the katana, and he says, "Yes, this shorter blade is doesn't match my frame that well, so I don't use it much. But this is my master sword."
He nods.
Oh, well, there are magics to track someone through things like that, especially if she knew your master.
Then that may be how I was tracked.
Hmm.
I fear I've put you all in danger with this. She said that the other students may not be as peaceful in resolution.
Well,
They seem to only want you, so I'd be more worried about you, to be honest.
well, if she was the number one previously, that means she's the strongest, right? So, and you already beat her, so unless they all gang up on you or something, it shouldn't be that tough, right?
Well, if they aren't as peaceful, I would certainly welcome any assistance that I can get, but I don't feel right putting you all in danger.
Tomo, I don't think you are putting us in danger. Please don't think like that. We are here to
Tomo just
protect
kind of
each
grins
other.
and nods.
Yeah, the Lumi just said we're here to protect each other. We can only reach our destination if we all look after each other and make sure that we all get there alive.
As I said, it feels like we're at the eye of a storm right now. The winds are picking up.
She nods.
Salfriora is notably quiet at the mention of an eye of a storm. She just puts her head down and walks along.
Assuming that we all noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Well, as you guys continue walking along the path, you'll come up to sections where it takes a little bit of climbing. It's easy to do with a team. You guys can get over the obstacles and make your way along the path. You travel for
We
the
still.
rest of the day unbothered by anything outside of the party. Yes, please. Yes, Master, you want to say something?
I'm just saying we now when you say climbing, we obviously the idea the go where we're going is nestled in the mountains, right? So we are
Indeed.
basically going up. Okay, thank you. Please continue.
You can continue going for the rest of the day, unbothered by any wildlife, but you see no one traveling towards you. No one follows you either. You are alone on the path as a group. The path is not well worn, but at some points diminishes down to nearly a deer trail.
We don't see any other when you say somebody coming towards us or with us or do you also mean that we don't see any other living soul other than animals and so on?
Correct, just wildlife.
Okay.
This is not a traveled road.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense considering we're going to a place that is literally called Lostmore. You know what I mean? Like if it was
Indeed.
Foundmore, it'd have a trail. Ha ha ha.
Do we just see wilderness or are there in this area of the country are there ruins or things that will pass as ruins?
As you go along, you will see the occasional couple of crumbled walls, off in the
Okay.
distance. You can go and explore them if you'd like, but mostly you'll see wildlife and wilderness. There'll be a cabin here and there off in the distance. You see the little curls of smoke coming from their chimneys. Little hermits, small little farmsteads and homesteads that have propped up out in the wilderness just because it's a nice place to get away from people.
Indeed. Lumi would take this time as everybody walks and everything else to just look through her diary, read, and she'd be basically mostly talking to herself. Like it's almost like she's kind of trying to figure out something, and she just will most likely when people try to climb and stuff, she won't. She'll be too distracted to help anybody with anything. She just kind of just follows, almost like she did /follow on anybody, and she would just follow them behind.
Okay.
Jim Roy's gonna help with the climbing and all that kind of stuff.
All right. Cool. Merlot will have a little bit of trouble, but will eventually get up and over things. Deuce has even more trouble.
Oh,
You guys
dudes.
can go ahead and continue on. As it approaches evening, is there anything you would like to do before setting up camp for the night? Because you don't want to get a level of exhaustion.
Who set up camp last time? I don't remember.
It was myself and Tomo.
Jim Rowley is like kind of rubbing his lower back. I mean, like he's rubbing the plate mail, of course, considering he can't actually hit his back.
Yeah.
Because of it, his gigantic breastplate that basically goes down to his bootses.
Did you say
Because-
bootses?
I did
Yeah.
say bootses, yes.
His boots.
Boots is-
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 3 cats, Eric. I say lots of things like that. That's just the native tongue of my household.
Very well.
He's
Um,
adorable.
and he goes, "Can you guys pick out a better spot this time? I'll even
I mean-
assist if you need. My back
I-
still hurts from last time."
You mean the night before? Not last night, but the night before, right?
The night before last, yeah.
Yeah. Lumi nods, holding her hand, saying, "Yes, yes, we
Oh,
will."
who
Turns
found-
around looking for Tomo.
Who found that one?
Oh, I believe it was Breezy.
Oh. Jeroy looks at Breezy, looks back, and goes, "She's never picking a campsite again."
Lumi flies towards Tomo, and she the way that again Lumi will offer her help, and like she will fly up and try to find places and stuff, so to give you advantage basically.
Jim Roy will cast guidance on Tomo and go, "I want to sleep well tonight, Tomo." He's like, it's like he's putting his hand on your shoulder, but he can't reach, so it's just on your knee.
Which is
Let's
the
see what we
backwards
can
knee,
find.
right? It's like the cat knee, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to roll survival here, Eric?
Yes, please.
Leave a bit.
Awesome.
Mm.
So with
Yeah,
advantage,
22.
Tomo finds a very nice campsite. Please roll your d4 to see how nice. Awesome. So with the 24, super comfortable. It's going to be a perfect curl up spot. There's a little bit of heather there. It's going to be soft ground, flat, and enough of a clearing that you guys can set up a fire and be warm for the night.
Awesome.
Cool. So, you guys going to go to sleep?
Yeah, Breezy is writing something in her spell book, and she just kind of mutters quietly to herself, "Shoot, I'm already out of ink. Damn. Or dang it."
Lumi has copious amounts of ink.
Well, no, it's not the normal ink. It's the magic ink I use to inscribe spells. I bought a supply in Nomrat, but I've already used it all.
Oh.
Yeah, it's expensive. It can't be just normal ink because if I want to write, she pulls out her pen actually, and scribbles something on her book, and just to see I can do this forever. But you know, you need magic inks if you want to inscribe spells, and
No.
I already used all mine.
Have you read any books about sourcing your own inks?
No, I haven't. I mean, it's definitely an idea, but you know, it doesn't help me
Oh.
now.
No, not now, I suppose.
Yeah, she waves her hand and makes the scribble she drew vanish. Oh well, but I guess I have to buy some more. I mean, it was 200, or it was, I think it was 500. It was
would have been
500. Yeah, it was 500
Yeah.
gold worth, and I already used it all.
Oh my. I think you will. I looking at your book and looking at you, it's just like I think before the end of this, you're gonna be using a lot more.
Yeah, magic's really expensive. Like, I mean, it's I mean, I'm really sympathetic to people who talk about how magic is inaccessible. Because seriously, that was a lot of money I spent, and it's already all gone.
Yeah, I don't particularly understand that aspect. You write in this book and you do all this stuff, and it's all weird to me. I just decide what I'm gonna do, and I do it.
No, yeah. So there's innate magic. So what you're doing is basically the magic's already inside of you, and you're just bringing it to the forefront. What I'm doing is I'm accessing the magic that's ambient. So there's a lot more steps involved.
Yeah. See, I'm not smart enough to understand that.
That's fair. So yeah, well, I mean, she looks like she's gonna she's trying to gauge whether where you want her to explain it or not. It's,
Jamoy looks at you talking about that, and he goes, "I'm gonna go lay down now."
all right, all right, yeah. So I mean, I guess I can't really get any more ink unless we go to another town or something. Well, not town, at least a place that has some sort of supply shop. Oh well, I guess that's the dangers of trucking it in the wilds.
Okay.
I'd never have thought about that personally, but then again, I don't have to write a whole lot.
Ain't you a lawyer?
Yeah, but you gotta remember, we're from Shu. I just lose everything no matter what I do because I'm a man and
Oh.
I'm not a human. So like, they don't bother to waste paper and ink on me.
So you never write any like motions or anything like that?
No, they don't ever give me the chance to do that. Again, it's a small town, so paper and ink can be kind of they don't always get more of it when they want, so they're not wasting it on me. They're already going to find the people I defend guilty, but I'm just there as a what's the word? I'm there so people think it looks legitimate when it's not. I don't ever defend women. Like, they have totally different court, even different judge and everything.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Shu is kind of backwards in a lot of ways.
I'm interested to talk to some lawyers from some other cities we meet, see what things are different.
I mean, yeah. I don't know any lawyers in Fluiden, but I'm sure they're there.
I mean, if we end up in Fluiden, we'll look there. Maybe there's one in Lostmore. I don't know. It's we'll have to see as we go.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll find less and lost more.
Ha 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 ha.
Amazing.
Ooh,
Boo.
Breezy's looking quite proud of herself for that one. So
I'm sure.
yeah, with that, she's she puts her book away since she inscribed the only spell she could with the 100 gold pieces of uh, of ink she had, and yeah, she's gonna take her long rest.
Okay, cool. Merlot will stay up on watch because he can do so while meditating.
Indeed.
All right. So, everyone else hunkering down to go to sleep?
Yep.
Lumi will. She disappeared for a little bit, and then she comes back. She comes to you, Tomo, and she kind of, Tomo, have you got a second?
Uh, yeah, you came up to Tomo as he's like practicing his forms with his new katana, and he's kind of looks at it for a second and feels it, and he says, "Yes, Lumi."
Would you would you take care of this for tonight? She
Of course.
shows you the necklace, and she's kind of holding the necklace before giving it to you. She say, if anything happens, if I'm not back, can you destroy this?
Tomo furrows his brow and looks at you intently, and
If by
what
the
what do you
morning
mean,
I'm not,
Lumi?
if by the morning I am not back, can you destroy this?
What would happen to you?
Hopefully we'll be back.
And if you're not,
Then I might be lost beyond everyone's reach.
I don't
I
feel right
have.
promising this to you, Lumi.
You don't have to promise, but if I'm not back, please destroy it.
Tomo
He
slowly
calms
starts
releases them.
nodding at you, and he's you can see he's in agreement.
Okay. You see a tear in her eyes? And she's like on the side of her cheek, just kind of, you can see this tear just like, um, kind of, it's almost like you can see it just holding an eye and then slowly drops from her cheek. As she kind of moves her hands to wipe her away, she gives you the necklace. And she is like almost trying preparing herself to like it's sort of to you it looks like she's just preparing herself to go into battle. If somebody who's going to a battle that they don't know whether they're gonna come back. So it's been nice. If I'm not back, it has been nice to know you. I hope and if not, just forget that we had this conversation.
You need help, Lumi?
Some things I can only do by myself. I think I have been by myself for a long time. And this, unfortunately, I can't bring you in with me. I have to go and deal with the problem. I've been thinking about it all day. There's nothing I can do other than facing it.
Well, I don't doubt your capability, Lumi. I'll see you in the morning.
She looks at you, not looking at you directly at you, she's nods as the glitter around her starts kind of becoming luminescent and changing color, as you have seen before, enveloping her, turning her into mist as she disappears into the necklace. That's it.
All right.
Tomo will wear the necklace around his neck.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and cover that first. Luminostra, as you teleport into your sanctum,
Hmm.
everything is where you left it. A little jostled, but you know, that just happens whenever you travel. You know, a couple
Of
pillows have
course, yeah.
fallen on the floor, etc.
Lumia kind of
Okay.
looks at, yeah, she looks at the center of the room with the cloth over the crystal, And she's like, not yet. And then she goes about the place, kind of tidying up, putting things in the right place. And she changes herself, makes sure she's like wearing her her outfit, and she's got her armor on. She does her hair, makes sure it's tied up properly, and everything else. And then she sits down on her desk and begins to write a letter.
Okay.
And she spends some time doing that, and she picks up the letter, reads it a couple of times to herself, rolls it up, and then she kind of stands up, looks at the crystal at the center of the room. She takes a deep breath, and then she walks towards it. She grabs the corner of the sheet and pulls it out very fast, looking at it. She taps it with the letter on the crystal. Hello? Are you there?
You hear slowly a voice. Yes, Luminostra, I'm here.
Is that the voice I heard the night before?
It is.
It is, okay. So, shall we start again?
I suppose.
Perhaps, perhaps as the stars glance down upon us, might we venture a thought on the web and flow of our cosmic fates? I wonder, what celestial dance have you forced your dial to be swept into? Could it be that his journey has taken a turn unseen, perhaps, spiraling to the shadows that he couldn't even predict?
Perhaps.
So, tell me, is he okay?
Jedial is unharmed,
When will he be
indisposed,
back?
and unavailable, but unharmed. When?
Oh,
Oh,
indeed.
time. Time is a construct of the mortal plane. You understand, Luminostra, do you not? That time travels differently from where Jedial and I are from.
I understand that very well.
Then the answer to your question of when is irrelevant.
Will he be back?
That's to be seen. It
As you,
depends on your actions, Luminostra.
I thought you would, and this is why I'm contacting you again. Obviously, last time was, as you can possibly imagine, I was a tidy little bit surprised that I was being watched by unwanted eyes, unseen. I
Do
had
you
not know.
prefer the eyes of Jedial?
I prefer to know who has access to this crystal. I don't like to be watched when I don't want to be watched.
That
My
is understandable. That is natural. You may call me Rosmasas. I will put his name in chat for you here.
thank you.
So I can copy just that name. There he goes.
Oh, okay.
Ramasas.
Ramathas sounds like a Rakshasa name.
Did, did Luminostra say that, or
She
was that
does.
Dan?
No, that's Ruby and Astra saying that.
Interesting. You know of me then.
I know now, my dear friend.
I wouldn't call us dear or friends. Not at
Well,
all. But not enemies. Not
well,
yet.
that is fortuitous. I'm glad that we are not yet enemies. So, are you perhaps the one in my dreams?
Your dreams?
Yes.
No.
Have I? No. Are
What
you?
dreams have you had, Luminostra? Tell me of your secrets.
Oh, not quite yet. We will get to that in a minute. There is something I require of you first, and I'm sure we can find some. We can find a. Let me try to think of the right word. Can find a way to find an equitable exchange of our favors. I can tell you about the things that sort of type of things I would speak to Jatile. And you're very interested to know his secrets, especially the things that we have spoken to and what he set me to do. I could share some of these things with you. However, I'm not sure whether me telling you this information will help you with anything. I'm not one that Jadal says his own secrets. He didn't tell me everything. But it will be up
Jedial
to you.
will be informed of everything you tell me.
Could you then, and she holds the piece of paper in her hands. Would you deliver this to him?
I can, yes.
Now, let's just be clear. You're you're quite happy. I'm quite happy for you to read this message. It is not a problem. But I wish you to deliver to him unmodified and to deliver to him and return me his response again, unchanged, in the same way that you delivered it, unchanged, so that the next time you and I speak, you have his response ready for me. And
If
if you do that to me,
Jedial, if Jedial can respond and chooses to do so with his underling, I will provide you his unaltered response.
hmm, by the next time we speak,
That is up to Jedial. Remember, time is in flux.
she nods. Then she holds a piece of paper. Deliver this to him, and when he's ready and he's given you his response, with haste, he will give back to me.
I will do so in the appropriate time, Luminostra.
She is visibly not happy with this at the moment, but she's willing to go on with it.
Mm-hmm.
She will hold the piece of paper and she puts it under the crystal.
It
And that
bursts
if I
into
will read the,
flame.
pardon?
It bursts into flame and is consumed. The
By the,
ashes are consumed by the crystal. Nothing is
okay,
left.
I will read what was written in it.
Okay.
Just a second. So in a message, I'm trying to find my Google Doc. 1 second. Dearest Jediel, in my studies of lesser lights, I have pondered on the story of the twin stars, seemingly parted yet forever linked by unseen forces. It's a tale whose moral eludes me still. As ever, your insight remains a beacon to my nightly contemplations. Should the brightest star flicker even faintly, but it still finds its way by the glow of its counterpart beneath the same fallen sky? Luminostra. That's what's written in the message.
Okay. I would like you to send that to me in Discord so that I have that so that I can
Of
keep a
course.
log of it. Thank you.
And she nods and okay, thank you. So what do you wish to know?
At the moment, Ramasa's wishes to know of the one you call Tomo.
Tomo. What would you
What
like
do
to
you
know
know
about
of the
him?
one who holds the sanctum now? One you trust with your own existence, The one who you told to destroy the sanctum should you not return.
So you are still able to listen. She ponders this in her mind, not saying anything. She's kind of looking at the crystal and the cloth on the side, a little bit annoyed with the fact that he can still hear it. She, well, he's a formidable warrior, well trained by his master, and I wouldn't want to be in his bad side.
Then don't be on his bad side. Ingratiate yourself to him. Make him trust you, Luminostra. Jediel would wish it.
He doesn't see a problem with this. She's conflicted that this is just this Rakshasa. It's like, what is this? She nods. I wouldn't have done anything otherwise. He's a wonderful soul.
I'm sure he is a delicious soul. And the crystal will fade.
She gives a big long sigh as she grabs the covers and throw on top of the crystal again.
Okay.
And she looks for more things to cover the crystal with.
Okay.
And she'll do that.
So you just pillow fort the crystal?
I pillow fort the crystal, yeah. And the problem
Okay.
is some of the pillows, the void pillows, they just float anyway, so
Right.
they most likely will move around as the necklace gets
Moved. Right.
moved. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
She will not stay the night in the crystal. She will kind of sort the things out and leave the necklace.
All right. You appear next to
Yeah.
Tomo. Is Tomo asleep at this point?
It would have been at
Yes.
least 40 minutes.
Okay. So you come out. How does Tomo sleep? Is he sleep like a cat? Does he lay down flat? How does Tomo sleep?
He lays down flat on his back, one leg with like the knee raised,
Okay.
and just kind of leans back and often will put his hat over his face.
Okay. Cool. Does Tomo snore?
Yes, I think Tomo snores.
Loudly? How loud we going? Or is it one of those little like cat snores?
It's not too loud.
Not too loud? Okay. Just curious, exploring the character. So, Luminostra, you come out next to Tomo. He is asleep.
She nods at him. She looks at him and snoring and kind of give us some. Kind of give us some familiar sense of something that she's seen before in the past. She can't quite figure out what it is, but she looks at fondly. It's like looks like a cat sleeping. She thinks that to herself. And she sets up her sleeping bag near to Tomo, and noticing that he's wearing the necklace, she doesn't want to disturb him. She leaves the necklace with Tomo, but she goes to sleep close to him or next to him.
Okay. Does she have a bedroll that she uses? Or
She does, yeah, she does.
Okay. Do you lay that out next to Tomo?
Yeah, close. I mean, not completely right, strictly next to him. She doesn't want to kind of invade his personal space, but she puts it. She's around the same area. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It is a
Jimmerly?
tiny, it's a
Yeah.
small bedroom.
Sure. Jimmerly, how are you sleeping tonight?
He's gonna try to find a little nook to sleep under. That's what he likes to do.
Right.
And if he can't find that, he's gonna be under some shrubs in his bedroll.
Okay. Would he set up like a lean-to of dead branches and stuff, or would he simply set up the tent and stuff?
If he has, so it kind of depends on the scenario. If there's
Okay.
nothing that he can feel like he can get underneath to kind of like a little crevice, then he'd set up his tent. If he
Okay.
could make like a little lean-to out of like next to a shrub or in a shrub, he would do that.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go with the lean-to in this location.
Okay. So he just
Awesome.
he just lifts up some sticks to push the shrub up a little bit, and he sleeps underneath that.
Cool. Breezy, would you have set up your tent according to the instructions? Did we lose Breezy?
There we go. No, sorry. She doesn't have a tent actually. She has
Okay.
she has a sleeping bag. But she doesn't have a tent. I don't think
Okay.
she can carry a tent.
Last
Um,
time she had a tent.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and retcon that she had a tent because last week we actually had an entire scene where Breezy set up her tent according to the instructions.
Well, yeah,
No.
I
Go ahead and
watched
add a
it.
tent. Go ahead and add a tent to your character sheet. That's fine.
Solid,
Unless you don't want one.
solid gold tent. Got it.
Solid gold tent. Nice. Platinum is more expensive. Just use a solid platinum tent.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one
I
of these
mean,
unfolding panel tents. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
a tent is 20 pounds. I don't. Well, she doesn't have that much stuff on her. Anyway, so I guess she can
Up to
carry it.
you.
Add item.
If
All
you
right.
don't want it, you're fine. I just, giving you the option.
But yeah, so she she starts unfolding her tent the exact same way she did yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, she read the directions once and she's following the directions. It was written down. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll a d4 because we only have 4 players here today because the other 2 are out, one being sick and one dealing with others things. So Breezy, as you sleep tonight, you're going to have a bit of a dream. You're dreaming of yourself in the Wizard's Tower. Classroom. You're the only one in the classroom. There's 25 desks, and you're in the center one. The blackboard ahead of you has an arcane scripture on it. Only you can't read it. Every time you look at it, the figures shift and change into different languages. The nonsensical words don't form anything that's comprehensible. The letters and symbology doesn't make any sense. It's confusing. Why can't you understand this? You can understand anything that you put your mind to. You can remember it all, but the moment that the images shift, your mind loses them. You hear a voice from all around you. Study. You can study, can't you? Can't you understand what's going on? There's more to this. There's more going on than you can see. Can't you see it? It's right there. And on the blackboard, one of the runes flashes. But as it flashes, it changes. A different one flashes. A third, a fourth. They keep pulsating in a strange pattern. You can't keep up as they begin pulsing faster and faster. Your eyes are darting to and fro, trying to keep track of them, trying to remember where they've been. All of a sudden, the entire classroom fades. The runes still pulse. This time they form a circle all around you, encircling you. Then you see, hidden behind them, Jimrily, standing with a rune on his head. You see Luminostra with a rune on her heart. You see Tomo with a rune on the back of his hand. You see Merlot holding a rune in his hand. You see Deuce grasping and writing a rune in the air as he strides towards you and smiles. His face changes. It turns into a skull. The eyes glow green, and he reaches forward to draw a rune in the air before you. The rune is the symbol of pi. Wraps around your body and holds your arms to your sides. The horrific version of Deuce fades into the darkness, and you are bound by the luminous chains of this rune. As you awaken in the morning, your arms pinned to your side in your sleeping bag.
So when you said pi, do you mean 3.14?
Yes.
Like that symbol? Okay.
3.14155. Yeah.
Okay.
3.14159. Yes.
She has it memorized into the 10,000 place.
Yeah.
I'm sure she tried to get to the end at one point and then she got bored. Yeah.
I actually knew a guy who knew it to 1,000 places. It was crazy.
That's
Not
crazy.
me. Not me. But I knew a guy when I lived in Omaha who could do it. It's crazy.
But she is gonna sit up and frown at that because this is the second time she's ever had a dream, and the first time was just like 2 days ago. So she is gonna like shake her head and at this time she's actually kind of concerned. Well, she'll wait for everyone else to wake up, because it's morning. People are probably doing their morning
Her love's
routines.
awake, and everyone else is probably waking up. But you did have that moment of panic as your hands were, at your sides in your sleeping bag.
Has anyone else been having really weird dreams?
No. Didn't realize says is up with a yawn.
Like
Nothing out of
really?
the ordinary.
Well, oh, huh.
And you notice, Tomo, the Lumi's neck is like when you wake up, obviously, if everybody's over, you would have noticed that she was outside. She was sleeping near you.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
she would have taken we can do this interaction later, but she would have taken the necklace back and thanked you for looking after it. For it.
So, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, Lumi, because I just want to answer the question. Lumi comes, dreams? Are you having dreams?
Yeah.
I had a dream not long ago. A very strange dream.
Well, no. See, well, okay. So when I say I'm having a dream, that's not. Well, okay. So I don't dream. I've never dreamed before, ever.
You sure you just didn't remember it?
No, I don't dream. Like I remember everything, and it's just very strange because people have always talked to me about their dreams, and I just tell them I sleep. It's just black. But 2 days ago, I had a dream uh, about Pine Fury and him dying, and then tonight I just had a dream for the first time ever, or for the second time ever, and I just don't understand what's going on.
I have had dreams before, and can't say that I never had a dream. I don't understand. I'm not sure if there's any correlation, but I did have a strange dream. Some red eyes looking at me with malice, and someone thanking me for helping them. I don't know whether it has anything to do with your dreams, but it's a bit odd that you really have never had dreams.
No, it's just the way
And
I've always been.
she stops like that's highly irregular. And it's strange because you do remember everything you see, right? At
Mm-hmm.
least that's as much as you told us.
No, I remember everything.
You remember the book I showed you before about the astral sea?
Yeah.
And she asked like a random, like, what is page 2 or whatever.
She literally starts reciting, from the top of page 2, word for word. She even points out like a spelling mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lomi
she-
just like stunned by your ability to do this. It's like, I thought as much. So
Well, I mean, I told you guys. I remember like I told you my first memory. When I was 2 years old or 2.5 years old, I climbed out of bed, and then I walked to the kitchen, and then my mom said, "Good morning, Bright Eyes." And I wasn't exaggerating when I said that's exactly what happened. I remember everything. I've thought about why I don't remember anything before that, and it's probably because I was a little baby, so my brain was still developing or something.
but I would, and she looks for juice, and doesn't that spell, I I believe, identify, tells if it casts on an individual, could tell us if they're under any spell. Perhaps could it be that you're under some some spell that's affecting you and me? And she looks around. Has anybody else had weird dreams?
Nope. Sure haven't.
She
Tomo
looks
looks
at
up
you.
from he's currently using the grooming kit that Breezy gave him to do some grooming. He's like, no, I haven't had any strange dreams.
I would perhaps have Jews look over you, Breezy, to see if you're under any sort of sorcery.
I mean, I think I'd
Wait,
know if I was ensorcelled, but I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt.
or could be.
You'll see Deuce in the corner put down his book. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to look at somebody.
Yeah, Luffy points at Breezy. Could you perhaps
I I
see if
I tease you, Eric, but I can't do a German accent either. So
He's not German. He's just
he's got that kind of vague like
yeah.
German European accent. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't do it.
I can't do it either. So
I've got a class that I'm taking for voice acting and trying
that's
to learn
really
more.
that's really
Trying
nice.
to get more skills for you guys.
But yeah, so well, like Breezy just says, can you see if there's any sort of curse or enchantment on me?
Of course, yes, right over here. Let's take a peek. And he's going to come over and he's going to hold his hands out as if sensing your aura. And we're going to roll an Arcana check.
Oh, okay.
You seem fine to me.
What was that?
It's a double
What
ones.
the hell?
Double
That
ones.
was-
Come on, Eric.
Yeah. So yeah, Breezy just because she saw him casting the magic. She's an expert too, so she's like, yeah,
I mean, he didn't cast a spell. He just used Arcana.
yeah.
He's
Well,
just sensing the weave around you.
Yeah. Let me
No.
this. Could it be that? Well, you are young. Could it be that it's just a new chapter to your life? You're now are able to have dreams.
I
Could
mean,
be that you're just growing up.
I guess.
I don't know. Lumi looks around. She's. I'm not sure how have you had your coming of age ceremony?
I mean, yeah. I mean, before I went to university, yeah,
Oh,
I turned 15, and that's when I went to school.
and is it normal
Sorry.
for halflings to have dreams?
I think it's normal for most people to have dreams, though.
Perhaps-
From what I understand, most people don't remember their dreams, but sometimes they do.
Then
But I don't
perhaps you
know.
perhaps you're
No,
more like perhaps you're more like everybody than you thought.
Breezy just shakes her head. No, I don't dream. Like I would remember if I did.
Well, Breezy,
Hmm?
you did dream. You had two already, so you can't say that anymore.
I guess.
And she looks around. not in a dismissive way, but more of a, does anyone want some tea? And then she kind of is gonna look for some water and kind of and see if there's a fire going to kind of start
The fire
boiling
is
some
still
tea.
going. Merlot would have
Yeah.
tended the fire.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Lumi will make tea for anybody who wants tea. She will use some of her last tea supplies to make a batch for everybody.
Oh, the
So
last of her tea supplies? Okay. Yes, Breezy.
Yeah, she
Uh,
doesn't have anymore.
I just want to make sure I wrote this down right. The runes. So Jim had one on his head, Lumi in her heart.
Mhm.
Tomo and Merlot had them on their hands, and Deus was riding in the air. And then he turned into a lich and drew the pie symbol, which bound her. And then she woke up.
He
That's the
turned into a
dream.
lich.
Okay, yeah, just checking. Uh, so she's looking at while Deus is trying to sense the weave around her, like she's just looking at him, and then she kind of just pokes him on the cheek just to see if there's flesh there.
He looks at you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, just nothing, just checking. She she puts her hand down, and then like 2 seconds later, she puts her hand back up and like pinches his cheek just to make sure that there's
Stop it!
there's flesh.
What are you doing?
His eyes. Check his eyes. Check his eyes.
Yeah. No, nothing, just checking.
Okay.
You wouldn't happen to be an ancient lich, would you?
He looks at you shocked. No, of course not.
No, I believe you. Just checking.
He looks a little concerned. And for the record, I think it's absolutely hilarious that Breezy had a quinceañera.
Yes, basically, yeah. I didn't
As
want to
opposed
use
to a
the
sweet
word
16.
quinceanera because she's like Arabic and or vaguely Arabic and not vaguely Spanish. But yeah, I don't
What is
know. A
What is that?
quinceanera is a female coming of age ceremony for Hispanic
Okay,
cultures.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When a girl turns 15, yeah, her quinceanera.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Here
she did have a
Mexico,
quinceanera.
Cuba, etc. have this debutante ball, basically, where
Mhm.
Yeah.
they have a dance
We have
and
them in-
everything. Lots of food.
We
Yeah.
have similar things in Brazil.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, she just if Deus wasn't able to sense anything, is maybe Lumi's right. Maybe she's just starting to dream now, and that's normal. But she is gonna be kind of worried about that. But no, there's nothing she can do about it. So
Okay. So, you guys ready to head out, or is there anything you want to do before breaking camp? All right. Based off of the fact nobody said anything, you guys can break camp and start traveling. Zafrior is going to stay near the middle of the group, and you guys can head off.
As we start heading off.
All right. It's another day of travel and light conversation here and there. Nothing really deep today, unless you guys wanted to discuss something.
no,
Can we always just keep a watch and trucking along?
Awesome. You guys spend the day. We're going to montage through lunch, where you guys break out rations and enjoy rations under the sun, shading eyes, watching squirrels. Merlot takes in all the various birds. Deuce writes in his book. Lovely traveling montage today.
Indeed.
The sun will get low, the shadows get long. You guys find another campsite. We'll go and use the same roll. Find another wonderful campsite. And you guys manage to set up camp for the night. Is there anything you guys would like to do before setting up camp for tonight and going to bed? Leaving 4 days ahead of you.
let's see if I have anything that can comprehend like real.
Any downtime activities you'd like to do?
Yeah,
Go ahead and polish his hammer and go to sleep.
Okay, cool.
I was gonna stay up in the moonlight and paint a painting of the mountainside in the moonlight.
Awesome. Very cool.
That's really good.
And I believe you have a proficiency with Painter's Kit, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is going to be sleight of hand, and we then add your proficiency bonus on top of that.
Okay, I'll just do a dex that I'm proficient in then.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Wow.
look at
Wow.
that.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Double
Tomo.
19s.
You provide yourself with a masterpiece of art. This is a. How would you do this? Would this be photorealistic? Would this be stylized? Are we impressionistic? How are we doing?
It's very much like a calligraphy kind of style of paint,
Ooh,
like
awesome.
kind of like abstract and just large brushstrokes and stuff.
Amazing.
Very cool. This is a really fancy piece of art. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to roll 1d1000 to find out how much you could get for this piece of art.
Oof.
You could get 696 gold for the piece of art you just did under the moonlight.
Amazing.
Almost. What would you call your piece of art? What's the title of the piece?
If you titled it.
Yeah, if you did.
As he writes down, I got a piece of art worth a lot of gold.
Yeah.
It would be called In the Eyes of Anwa.
Ooh, wow. Awesome. I love that. So I need to go and make a note of that. Because
Cool.
this is going to be a fun thing.
It would be great if you be known as the wandering artist, making fabulous and amazing pieces of art that people start collecting. Nobody knows who you are.
All right. Cool. It's a beautiful piece. And would you have hidden any messages into the iconography of it?
No, nothing hidden. Just kind of putting his feelings on the page, like he's
Okay.
being watched.
Cool. Is anyone. Would you be showing this to any of the party members, or are you doing this while they're asleep?
He would definitely be doing it later in the evening when the moon's on high. But I mean, maybe Merlot would notice that he goes off and does the painting.
Okay. Cool. Merlot will watch you from a distance, giving you your privacy. But yeah, you create a very beautiful piece of art that nobody sees. Except for yourself. And perhaps the eyes of the moon.
Indeed.
Cool. You guys spend the night here, resting and getting relaxed. Not a care in the world until Merlot shouts, "Wake up! There's danger!" And you guys are awoken to the growls and roars of creatures in the woods around you.
Oh.
Oh wow, that's dark.
It is.
So, I'm going to open up the initiative tracker here, and we're going to ask you to please target your tokens and roll for initiative.
6. Numi's groggy.
It's going to take me a moment because I have to do several people here.
Oh my.
So, Merlot is there. The Deus is over here, because I thought these guys were going to be here, but they're not, so they still need to be involved. Got them. And then for my entities that are hidden, the music's a little loud. I'm going to turn that down just a tad.
Oh, you have blind fighting now, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oof. 10 feet.
Yes.
Nice.
Cool. Got a 19 here. Did I mess up? I did mess up, and Merlot did not get his turn on the order there. I'll correct that. Merlot should have gotten a 9. Alright, going down the order. Deuce is going to cast Hinder Fate. And he will stand up from prone as the entities begin emerging from the forest around you here. You hear 3 of them to start. Their bodies are like lions. Their wings are leathery, and they are covered in spines.
Manticores.
As they emerge from there, they are running towards you. They have dashed to get to this point. Tomo, what would you like to do?
One second. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pull out my bow and try to shoot at this one that I can barely see in the darkness over here.
You very well.
But it's going to be a disadvantage because I have disadvantage on attack rolls with any weapon other than the Katana of Vengeance.
Yep.
But I'll use a Kensei shot as well to do additional damage if I hit. Use my bonus action. Does a 13 hit?
It does not, as you just barely missed it hitting the tree next to it.
Yeah, he can tell his like hand is like shaking as he's trying to pull back the arrow and loose it. Yeah, very uncomfortable with that, but he will stay where he is for now. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. And just as a question for the player, are you okay with this?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm
Okay.
loving it.
Cool. Just checking. Breezy.
So, seeing how dark it is, she is going to say the command word for the drift globe she has on her belt,
All right.
and she's going to cast the spell Daylight. Which let me put this. So 60 feet bright light, and then 60 feet dim light from
All right.
from the orb.
So bright light 60 feet. Low light 60 feet. And controlled by
Okay.
Breezy.
If any of the spell area forms. This affects my darkness,
Yep.
which is fine. Yep.
All right.
The Lumi can't use darkness.
Okay,
Breezy.
so
You
out of character.
hear
Oh, sorry. Go
a
ahead.
lot of roaring from all around. What would you like to do?
So out of character, I know those are manticores, but let's see if she knows what those are in character.
Roll a. This would be a nature check.
Nature.
Yep. DC 16.
She passes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why Tomo's health bar's weird like that.
Is it messed up for you guys too? It's
Yeah,
like,
it
looks
does look like
50% or something.
Yeah, it looks like you're injured. Oh, now it's back up. There we go.
Oh,
right.
nice.
Is it 32 of 32 right now? Or what's it supposed to be at?
32 of 32, yeah.
Okay. All good. All right, so with an 18, I'm going to send you the entire sheet. Breezy,
Yay.
there you go. You know everything there is to know about manticores, including the fact that the Shuian manticores hunt in packs. surrounding their prey from all directions.
Okay, so yeah, these things are pretty dangerous. Let's see, what spell would she cast? They're pretty mobile. Uh, More than 30 feet. Let me see. No, not even close. She would cast magic. Let's just go with a plain old magic missile. She's gonna test how strong these things are. And she'll cast the magic missile. There we go. I don't know why that just rolled one dice.
Roll the damage 2 more times, please. Okay. So, your 3 magic missiles will hit, dealing 8 damage to which one? Or ones?
Well, it's +1, so it's 11 damage. For +1 per each dice.
It's got that in there.
Oh, it already has it in there. Okay, never mind. Yeah, she's doing it the one to the left.
Okay,
this one.
over here. Understood. So you will deal a total of 8 damage to it. Okay, you rolled a 2,
And-
2, and a 1.
Yeah, and that's it for her turn.
Awesome. Merlo Rendaja is going to stand up, having been prepared by the warning, and is going to run over to stand over here to stand in defense, and he will shoot his light crossbow at the one that you shot at.
He
And
probably Eldritch Blast, to be fair.
oh, true.
Oh yeah, and Breezy's staying
No,
prone.
yes.
By the way, I want to. Yeah, she didn't
Okay.
stand up.
Cool. So he will hit it for 1 force damage. You're correct. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to Merlot's fighting style.
That's perfectly fair. That's why we're here to help.
All right. So, generally,
Jimmy Dean will stand up. Bonus action, I'll cast Shield of Faith. And then I will I'll probably be facing this guy up top, so I don't think I want to do too much. How far away is he? Like wander. I will go ahead and fiery hammer this guy.
okay. The fiery hammer goes into the woods and blasts him. How hard did you hit him?
I hit him for also 1 damage.
No.
Okay.
Man, we are rolling really bad on our damage.
Yep.
We
This is going to take a long time, guys.
Hey,
All
I'm
right.
gonna get my hammer. I gotta get my hammer out.
Yeah.
Luminastra, unless there's anything else generally.
Nope, that's my turn.
All
So
right.
Lumi stands up. She uses a movement. She moves over here,
Okay.
and she will shoot at that creature that Jim Rowley attacked.
Okay.
So she will want to. She rolled terrible. 9
The
to
9
hit.
will miss. That's 9
It will
for
miss.
German. He's new.
Indeed, yes. She will then become prone again. Prone.
Okay.
The other thing. Yeah.
Awesome.
And that will be. Can I do anything else just before I do that? Nope. Yeah, that's it. Actually, no. She will do something. She would have cast first. Phase Starbind on this.
Okay. Cool.
This thing, and she will put a disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Very well.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been her turn, and now she's prone.
Okay. Deuce is going to shift over so that he's behind generally. I'm doing a strategic thing. And as he stands there, he's going to go ahead and cast Frostbite on the Manticore to the north.
I'll spy.
And Manticore needs to make a Constitution saving throw of DC 15 and succeeds. And he utters a 4-letter word as the Manticores get to have their turn. And they're going to stand at range and throw barbs at you guys.
Eric, I think
Yes.
Zalfriora is not on the
Oh, you were correct.
initiative
Software
tracker.
is not on there.
Yeah.
Get her on here. I neglected her.
So she'll take a turn now, right?
Yes, she would take a turn now, and she is going to go ahead and use her sling on the one to the left. And she will hit for 4 times the damage of either Merlot or Jimmerly. Alright, and then she will shift over to a more concentrated position.
Link supremacy.
Yep. Alright, so the Manticores are going to throw tail spikes at the party. And we have a range of 100 feet, so they can do this without disadvantage from where they're standing. So we're going to have a total of 9 tail spikes coming in.
9? Oh god.
9d7. Right, so against Tomo, the first one, a 15 to hit you. That misses.
I have 20.
Okay. Then Luminostra, an 8 misses you. Number 3 would be Merlot. A 22 will pierce Merlot for 11 damage.
Ow.
And Merlot takes 11 damage. Next would be Zalfriora. A 19 will hit her. A second one will miss her. So Zalfriora will suffer the 11 piercing damage. Sorry, the 9 piercing damage. That's not good for her. The going down the order here. Number 7 would be Merlot again. Oh, sorry, not Merlot, but Tomo again. A 7 misses Tomo. Number 4 would be Breezy, and we're going to throw 2 at Breezy. 1
Disadvantage.
and 2. Yep, because you're prone.
The first
And-
one hits, the second one doesn't.
Awesome. So you will suffer 6 points of damage from that one.
Ow!
And lastly would be Deuce, as the tail spike misses Deuce. We go to Tomo. What would you like to do, Tomo? They've each used 3 of their spikes, and Tomo, you've been granted inspiration by Cyrillin.
Okay, Tomo is going to keep his bow out. He's going to move up to right about here. Let's see. Yep, right there. And he's going to say, come on. And he's going to use the inspiration to make this a normal roll. And he's going to try to shoot this Manticore up here with an arrow of slaying.
Okay.
Does
And
a
with
15 hit?
You will hit it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the arrow slain.
I think it's a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, or it takes an extra 47 damage.
Jesus.
All right. The
Oh, good.
Constitution
That's
saving
what's
throw is an 8. So you will deal 55 damage to it.
Beautiful.
Pow.
Look at that.
So Tomo
The
just
worst-
feels the breeze come from behind him, and he steadies his hand and looses the arrow into the woods there,
Awesome.
and strikes his target.
And that's with disadvantage, too. That's badass. Awesome.
It was
I
bad.
use the inspiration to make it a straight roll, but
Cool.
thank you for that, Cyrillin.
Indeed. Imagine if it was a crit. Oh,
Oh, I would have used my Kensei shot as well for an additional D4 of damage.
Okay. Let's go ahead and add that. An additional 2.
And that's it for my turn.
Cool. That's it. Yeah. The manticore reels and roars, hissing and growling at you. It's not happy with that at all. Cool. Breezy.
Let's see. Get a little closer. She is no, she can't cast bless because she doesn't have that prepared actually. She is going to crawl forward and take cover, hide in these bushes.
Okay.
And she is going to cast Bane on that injured Manticore.
All right. That's a wisdom saving throw, correct?
I think it's Charisma. Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw? All right. I got a 13. I will be baned.
Hey. I forget
No,
what
he
Bane does.
he paces. The DC is only a 12 because
It's only a 12. He succeeds.
Yeah.
He's not baned.
that didn't work. Okay. She that's it for her turn.
Okay. It's only a 12. Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Her wisdom is only
Ah, okay. Gotcha. All right. Merlot Rendaja would do Eldritch Blast, and he's going to focus fire as he's going to blast up at this manticore. Eldritch Blast. Pow! He misses.
No.
Generally.
What kind, is he? Is this on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. So then Jimmy gonna do
That's how they
Jimmy's
managed
thing.
to sneak up on the party.
He's gonna run up, and he is going to hit it with a hammer. I'm gonna booming blade.
Okay.
Just doing the extra damage. Just if it tries to run, it'll
Yep. Which it's going to try to run because it wants to stay alive, and it's not going to sit here and fight to the death.
15 for 9. Wow, that was a really low roll. Did my Great Open Master kick in on that? It did. It just rolled really bad.
Yep.
Okay. So
Yep.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
And if it moves, it will take. Let's roll that now. I'll take 8 damage if it moves.
Ooh,
Awesome.
nice. Max
It's
damage.
Lumi.
Lumi stands up and she throws a cosmic pulse at that
Okay.
wounded manticore. Oh, and it's a crit. So, it would have been. I don't know how we calculate a crits, but the second die was a max damage as well.
Yep, so you dealt 22 plus your cosmic, your hex.
Yeah, the hex. Sorry, let me do the hex.
So
Hex,
24
hex.
damage because of the G's wrath on top of it. So yeah.
Oh, where's the hex? I just roll 1d6. 1 second.
Sure.
1d6.
All
Another
right.
6.
So 22 plus 12 would be 34 damage. Left with 3 hit points.
Ah, 3 hit points. Lumi. She will. Is there? She stood up. She can't move very far. So, how big is this rock here?
Bigger than her.
She will she moves behind that rock and then she goes prone again to try to
Sure.
make herself get cover from that guy.
Okay.
And she's prone there.
All right.
That'll be her turn.
Deuce would cast
I love-
Frostbite at the manticore up here. If the manticore fails, it will die. As its Constitution saving throw comes in as a 13, the manticore is chilled and dies of a frozen heart.
Oh,
All
I'm so
right.
sorry. Right?
As it collapses before our friend Jimmerly, Deuce stands there proud, and that's what you get. Selfrior rolls her eyes and will use the sling on the one to the far left and will miss. we then go to their turn. The Manticores are displeased with the fact that one of their number has been killed and are going to now move forward, and we're going to fly forward 50 feet to here and here, as well as from the south, 2 more of them arrive. Moving
I had a
50
feeling that would be the case.
Yep, because they pounce, they surround their prey. The manticores will then fire their tail spikes. Because they're not going to dash this time, we're going to fire 12 tail spikes. 12 D. Oh, not 112. 12 D7. Oh no. Okay, here we go. So, we've got target number 6, which would be Merlot. A 15 to hit Merlot.
I think his
Misses.
AC is I think his AC is 18.
Correct. Target number 5 would be Deuce. Deuce is going to do Hinder Fate on the first one, so that the barb just hangs in the air there. Number 3, oh no, we got 4 of them coming towards number 3, which is Luminostra. Luminostra, this is
Is
going
it
to
not
be
Tomo?
disadvantage. Oh no,
Are you
it's
counting
Tomo.
Jim or no?
No, it's Tomo. So
It's Tomo. Yeah. Tomo.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
here we
Tom.
go.
Okay.
Tomo, we have 4 of them coming at you. Sorry, Jim Ridley was off my screen.
All good.
All right, so
On the
Mr. Tomo,
AC.
4 of them. 1 misses, 2 misses, 3 misses, 4 misses, as you are pelted and they do not get through your armor.
Is this a ranged weapon attack? Can I deflect missiles on this thing?
You can
Yeah.
if you choose to,
You could,
but
yeah.
you've not been
I
struck.
I wasn't hit. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So, no, you can't because they didn't hit you.
I'm trying to
Uh,
grab them out of the air, but they're just missing wildly.
Yep. All right. Then Deuce is a 16 to hit Deuce. Does hit him. And goodness, we gotta hit him twice more. So
Oh my.
okay.
He's gonna take a big hit.
Deuce is going to suffer 16 damage here. And he has to roll 2 con saves, or that other one will go through. So his con save. Con save 1 and 2. Does he hold on to his concentration? He does the first one, does the second one, so he's still preventing one of those. And then we throw one at Jimmerly. Jimmerly, a tail spike is thrown at you. A 17 to hit you, Jimmerly.
That will miss.
And then 2 of them at Breezy with disadvantage in cover. 1 and 2.
First hits, the second misses.
Alright, you will suffer 10 piercing damage as it gets through the bush.
Ow.
And then 1 more at damn Deuce. Alright, Deuce. Thwack.
Oh god. Whack.
Deuce will suffer 10 more points of damage. Oh, it hurts so bad. And he's going to need to roll a concentration check of a DC 10, or that other one will be effective. He succeeds. All right, that is the Manticore's turn. Tomo, what would you like to do?
Tomo's going to drop his bow, draw the Katana of Vengeance, and attack this one.
Very well. A 17 will slash it. This is two-handed, correct?
Correct.
All right, dealing 10 damage.
And then I'm going to try to kick him. Do I have disadvantage
Okay.
on kicks as well? I'm guessing I do.
Nope, that's not a weapon attack.
Then 21 for 6.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll just move around this tent here to right there.
Yeah, I believe the weapon of
That's it, my
vengeance
turn.
actually says attacks made with weapons other than this, if I remember right.
It does say with weapons other than this one.
So unarmed strikes do not include weapons.
Oh.
All right, and that was the intent. I'm glad that was worded that way because the intent was that you weren't going to get hampered by that. Awesome. Cool. Breezy, you've been struck. You've been struck by a smooth manticore. Oh, sorry.
Let's see. Uh, she doesn't actually have very many decent spells right now. It's just gonna move out of it if I do that. Do I have blindness, deafness prepared? No, I do not. Cute. She's just going to Ray of Frost, the manticore that's right there.
Okay.
Why is it not going? Oh, there we go.
Awesome. 17 will blast it. Dealing 7 cold damage. Awesome. You guys are starting to warm up or chill out. Either way.
And she's gonna keep moving. 2,
Okay.
3. And that's it for her
Into
turn.
the trees. Awesome.
Yep.
Merlot. Merlot is going to step forward and I guess he would Eldritch Blast here? No, he's going to go ahead and step forward. He's got that sword called Comet Fall, and he's going to step forward to attack.
Very nice.
Whack! Two-handed. With the 10 heal miss. Alright. Jim Rully.
Well, let's see. We have. I guess either way, I don't think I can get to flanking on either one of these. Well, it was 40. Well, actually, can
You
on.
can, yeah,
this
you can
one.
on that one. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Jamoli will run down here,
Okay.
and then we will booming blade again,
Okay.
but with advantage this time.
Yes, sir. And
Nice.
19 will hit, dealing 14 damage to him. Cool. Anything else, Jim Lee?
Nope.
All right. Luminostra.
Yeah, Lumi will stand up, and then she will. Where is it? Where is it? She was going to cast. What is my thingy? Forgot. She's gonna cast Astro Step as a bonus action, and she's going to reappear. She's gonna come here to this place. She will shoot at the Manticore with her Cosmic Pulse.
Okay.
That would been a 16 for 16 damage.
Got it.
Awesome. And then she is going to move behind this big rock here for the remaining of her movement to try to get herself kind of full cover from those manticores at the bottom.
Awesome.
Yeah. To try to like anger herself whether she can like be away, not be visible by all 3 manticores if possible.
Sure.
That's it.
Cool.
That's her turn.
Then Deuce jumps into the tent, drops concentration on his tail spike. It hits the tent. He comes out the other side and casts Hinder Fate. It becomes Zafriora's turn. Zafriora is going to come over here and cast Heroism on Deuce,
Very nice.
granting him
Such a good
some
spell.
temporary hit points. And so he's going to gain 4 temporary hit points. Awesome. Cool. Then we go to the Manticore's turn. This Manticore is going to attempt to ravage our friend Merlot with a bite and 2 claws. A 22 will hit. A
Okay.
25 will critically strike Merlot.
But
What's the range on? I'll silvery barbs to crit.
The Silvery Barbs comes in as
Yeah.
a 12. That will miss. The second claw against Merlot will also miss. So Merlot will have suffered 9 points of damage.
And I will give the D20 to Merlot as well.
Thank you. Great. I have to update Deuce's hit points here because I failed to do so. Oh, sorry. Something's wrong here. Cool. So after that Manticore attacked, this one next to Tomo and Jimmerly is going to attack you guys. 3d2. We're going to attack Tomo twice and Jimmerly once. So we bite at Tomo. 14 misses. The first claw against Tomo also misses, as you've got an AC of 20. And we tear at our friend Jimmerly and clang against armor. These two manticores are going to dash now, and we're going to dash towards people in the area. Who are we going to dash towards? Oh, 2d7. We're going to both fly and chase down Breezy.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
no.
more of them.
that is at the 5. There were 5 in total, I think, or 6 in total. I think. I
As
can't
they
remember.
will flank Breezy, Zafriora, and Tomo can both get opportunity attacks on this one. Merlot can take an opportunity attack on this one. Merlot's opportunity attack.
Oh yeah.
Merlot got a 24 and will deal. Merlot would have done 7 damage to that one.
Yeah.
All right. Tomo missed, and Zafriora would have stuck it with the spear she has on her back and miss. And she is never hitting anything. All right. But that was their actions. We go to Tomo.
Tomo will use the distraction provided by Jim to attack with his katana and an unarmed strike at advantage.
Okay. The 21 will hit, dealing 9. And the unarmed strike will hit for 5, dealing 14 damage total. You cut
And that is it for my turn.
pummel. We go to Breezy, who is currently flanked by 2 manticores. Is there an intellectual intrigue here as you've read about them doing this?
No, right now she's kind of panicking.
Okay.
Shit. She is going to cast Bane again, and hopefully this
Okay.
time it sticks.
On which one?
I think I can cast it on all 3. Hold on. Up to 3 creatures of your choice within 30 feet. Yeah,
Awesome.
she's casting it on
All
all
3 of
3. Yep.
Wow. Awesome. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. One at least got it.
This one will be baned.
Okay, and she is going to she's going to stand up
Okay.
and I'm gonna get flanked no matter what.
Hmm.
So 5, 10. No.
Do you have any?
No, she can't teleport or anything like that.
No. Yeah. That's fine.
I already used my action, and I have no bonus actions. She is going to, I suppose, move. Okay, I'm gonna provoke an attack of opportunity by moving away, but it's from the Baned one.
Okay.
and it's just a straight roll minus 1d4.
Okay. I bite at you. Num num. Does a 12 hit
Well, minus 1d4 for the bane.
you? Okay. So at least an 11.
That will miss her.
Okay. Is your AC 12?
Yeah, her AC is 12.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Wizards, man. Wizards.
Oh no, indeed.
yeah. She doesn't have she doesn't have any armor.
Okay.
And that's it for her turn.
Okay.
Oh wait. Inventory. I will use a potion of healing as my bonus action. So 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
What's up, man?
And that's it for her turn.
Cool. Merlot. And I'm like, Merlot, take your turn. Yeah. All right. Merlot's going to stand here and try to tank this one. And he will hit, dealing 9 damage to it. And yeah, that's gonna be Merlot's turn. So we go to Jimmerly.
Let's see. Well, this guy's still alive, so I'm gonna have to hammer it. I will go ahead and Booming Blade again.
Okay.
While you're casting Booming Blade, does the movement at bonus stacks if you cast
No.
multiple Booming Blade? Okay.
Look at this though. Like my 2, I rolled 1, 1, 1 plus 5.
I
I literally rolled. I get to re-roll
One.
2 of them, and all I did was roll 1s.
Mm-hmm. Minimum damage. Anything else, Jimmerly?
No, that is everything.
All right. Then we go to Luminestra.
Lumi, looking that Breezy is in dire straits there, she will.
Oh, by the way, my bonus action, I will cast a healing word on
Deuce?
Deuce.
Got it.
on Deuce. So Deuce can have my bonus action. Maybe I'll roll better on this.
8. Healing.
8. So that's
Awesome.
max healing. Okay.
Oh,
There
so
we go. Sorry. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, my friend. All right, Luminestra.
Yep, I will move the curse to this manticore.
Very well.
Face out will be strength again, and then I will proceed to attack that one in front of Breezy.
Cool.
It will be 14, no 12 to attack.
A 12 will miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's not a problem. I use my bonus action and my attack. Got nothing else. Lumi will continue to stay behind these rocks and stuff.
Okay.
Yep, that'll be her turn.
Awesome. Deuce is going to do something really gutsy here. As Deuce is going to run to this spot right there. This Manticore has already used its reaction to take the opportunity attack, and he's going to cast Mage Armor on Breezy.
Nice.
So, we cast Mage Armor on Breezy. Cool. So, Breezy, your AC becomes 13 plus your Dex mod.
So 15.
That increases your
Okay.
AC by 3. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, and that lasts for 8 hours. All right, then we go from him to Zalfriora. Zalfriora is going to step forward to attack the Baned one here. Actually, do come back here so we get flanking, and we will use the spear. Come on, spear. There we go. A 13 will miss. All right. She can't hit the broadside barn. Alright. So, this one up here is going to attack Breezy. And we will use a bite and 2 claws on Breezy. There's an AC of 15 right now. A 21 will pierce you for 8 damage, Breezy.
Let's do shield. How much does shields raise it by?
5.
So it'd be 20. All right, that wouldn't help. All right, so 8 damage.
Okay. The claw will hit you for 6.
Oh god.
And the
that's
last
enough.
claw will be a 14 to hit you, which misses because of the mage armor.
All right.
Down here, this manticore is going to bite at Tomo, missing. Claw at Tomo, missing. Claw at Tomo, missing. This one has to choose between Deuce and Zalfriora. 3d2. Alright, so we bite at Zalfriora, dealing 11 damage to her. And she is at 0 hit points. She falls unconscious.
I didn't realize she...
I'm sorry?
I said I didn't realize she was that low. Or had that low HP.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. And then against Deuce, a 20 will hit Deuce for 8 damage. Alright. So 8 damage to Deuce. And the Manticore is going to try to swing his claw at Deuce again, but he will use his second Hinder Fate here to prevent it. Awesome. So after that, we then go to the one between Tomo and Jimmerly. 3, 2. Alright, Tomo, we bite at you. Missing. Claude Jimmerly miss and Claude Jimmerly miss. We go to Tomo's turn.
Okay, Tomo, here's Breezy taking a lot of damage over there, and if you'll allow me, I'd like to just kind of move directly here by jumping over Zalfriora and this Manticore,
fine.
maybe.
Yeah, you would technically be going through these spaces, but yeah. Cool.
Okay,
You
then
can- yeah.
what were we saying?
No, please continue. You do you. Go
Yep.
for it, my friend.
I'm going to move to
The
that
Manticore
tile.
will take his opportunity attack.
Yep, both of them
Missing you.
can.
Yep. The
Oh, he
second
missed.
one already. This one here did get his reaction back, so we will bite and choose goodbye. A 7 will miss you as well.
Okay. I will attempt to grapple this guy. I believe he has disadvantage on strength checks as well.
Indeed.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
He got a 20. Your athletics check. It was a 5.
Not good enough.
Ah, it's a shame.
Okay. All right, that's an attack. Would you like to use your bonus action?
I'm going to use some movement to get here and use a bonus action to give a greater potion of healing to Breezy.
Okay.
Healing you for 14.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. That's a good potion.
It is. Yeah.
That
it's
is it
really
for my
good.
turn.
All right, Breezy, you have been fed potion.
This is the one that knocked out Zalfiora. He's baned
Correct.
right now. Would that have mattered? It's
Let
minus
me double
1d4
check.
for all of his attacks.
Going back to check for Zalfriora. It was a 20. It was. Where was it? She suffered the. Oh, goodness. It was a 20 to hit. Yeah, roll a d4. Let's see if we can reduce it. She has an AC of 18. He rolled a 20. So the d4 reduction would have been a 3. So she would be at 10 hit points.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Didn't catch
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. And well, I didn't either. So Breezy is should I disengage? No. No, I can't get both. Too far away. She is going to cast one of the new spells she learned, the one she was actually inscribing the night before. She's gonna cast Cloud of Daggers.
Oh yes.
Ooh, awesome.
Basically, on seeing that Tomo is trying to grab it to hold it still. Hopefully, he does that before it moves away. But she's gonna cast it right there.
Okay.
And it does
Cloud of
12
Daggers.
damage. Yep.
Cloud
I love
of
this
Daggers.
spell.
Cool. So, does it just deal damage automatically?
It just deals damage, no saving throw.
Yeah, there's no save at all.
Alright.
Let's.
5 feet
I,
on each side.
oops. I'm trying to put the.
It will take. It takes the moment the spell's cast. It takes
we
the
go.
damage, and then when he starts his turn in a square with Cloud of Daggers, it takes the damage again.
There we go.
It doesn't suffer when it.
When it enters, or
When it
it's just when it
starts,
starts. Yeah.
Or when
Not-
it
not
enters
It's
the
only
spell.
when it starts. Yeah, it's only when it starts.
Yeah, it's when the when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, which was this turn when she
Oh,
cast
that's
it.
right,
And then,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
so it's
when
twice.
and then again when it turn starts. And if Tomo's able to hold it, it'll keep doing it.
Alright, which square?
Just right here, I guess, right in front of her.
Alright, right there. Got it. Cool.
It did 12,
So,
12
I
damage.
love this spell.
Yeah,
12
and
damage.
I thought you did already.
No, I did not.
she's
Oh
gonna,
no, okay.
she's gonna move right there.
Awesome. Cool.
Now who's flanking who? And that's it for her turn.
Okay. So we go to Merlot, who is 1v1ing over here, and is going to smile wryly at this. And he's like, "This one's mine." And he's going to slash at it, dealing 9 damage to it. Merlot's about
Nice.
to get another level back. All right.
I know. It's just like he's like he's
Generally.
yeah.
Jimmy got left alone. No flanking. Oh well. Let's see if we can hit it with Booming Blade again.
Sure.
Maybe I'll actually do some damage this time. Like maybe.
I'm sorry for my impression of
go.
Merlot. I'm sorry for laughing at myself. It's very ostentatious and self-centered. I apologize.
12
But
12
deal 12
bludgeoning
damage
damage.
to him. Sure.
Very nice.
Cool. After Jimmerly, we go to Luminostra. So I'm going to zoom in a
Yeah,
little bit.
Lumia looking that the others dealing with that stuff over there. She moves so she can see the manticore properly, and she will shoot at the manticore that Jimmerly is engaged with.
Okay. And with 25
One more.
mil blasted for 17 damage.
Very nice. Let me see. Do I have anything else I could do with my bonus action? Anybody with low health? Let me probably for the first time. She's gonna look at. No, she will hold it. She won't do that like this. Yep, no, that's it. That's my turn. I will
Alright.
move back to where I was. So she'll move back here, and then hide. No, actual hide, but she will. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Gotcha. All right. Deuce is going to move this way and release his Hinder Fate so that he's missed. And then we'll go ahead and cast Hinder Fate once again. Zalfriora will take her spear and try to apply it to the Manticore.
With advantage.
And a 14 does hit the Manticore
Yeah.
and will deal 4 points of damage. Alright. It becomes the Manticore's turn. I start my turn in a cloud of daggers.
Oh, I guess I'll read.
Yeah. Roll the damage, please.
You'll deal 10 damage there. Got it. Cool. This Manticore, who is currently in the cloud of daggers, does not want to be in a cloud of daggers. And will move out of the cloud of daggers. Do I want to move towards Breezy or towards Tomo? 1d2. We're going to continue our relentless pursuit of Breezy as I provoke an opportunity attack from Tomo.
Stunning strike. Oh wait, you can't.
A 26 because he was flanking at the time. You'll deal 14 damage to him. All right. He then bites at Breezy. 7 misses. A claw at Breezy at 24 will slash Breezy for 6. And an 18 will slash you for 9 unless you want to use your reaction for shield.
Yeah, I am going to shield that.
Okay.
So,
Over here.
So 6 damage.
3d2. We're going to attack Zafriora twice. And Deuce is going to hinder one of them. So we're going to hinder the bite. The claw against Zafriora will be a 25.
Oh, Silvery Barb's that?
Okay, the Silver Barbs turns it into a 9. The claw against Deuce will be a 19 to hit Deuce for 5 damage. He's still up.
Oh, thank God.
I'm giving my D20 to Tomo, by the way.
Okay. Awesome. So that's that one over here with Merlot. The Manticore attacks Merlot with the bite. 21 will bite Merlot for 5 damage. So let me take 5 damage from Merlot. The claw against Merlot will deal 6 and miss. So an additional 6 to Merlot. As we go to the next Manticore, apply the 6 damage to Merlot. And the Manticore attacks Jimmerly with the bite, which is a critical strike on Jimmerly.
I already used my reaction, so I take 10.
Okay. Yep.
Mhm.
Is that right? No, if you mouse over it says 1d8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 6 is 17.
Let's see, hold on a minute. So 1d8 plus these. Okay, yeah. So you look at the plus 3, it'd be 6 plus 3 is 9. I guess, so yeah, 17. 17. One more 7. Didn't turn your criticals back on?
Apparently not. I don't know why it's not doing perfect crits on that, but I'll worry about that here in a bit. All right, and then the claw.
So
We'll miss you.
14.
All right. So then we go to Tomo.
Tomo will take 1 step this direction. Potion of Greater Healing for Deus.
Okay. Deuce.
My bonus
Nice.
action.
17. Nice.
2 steps this direction. Try to grapple this guy with advantage using Silvery Barbs D20.
For the record, just so you remember, you can grapple from here if you chose.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. You have long, spidery
Yep.
arms.
I'll do that.
That's up to
Thank you for the reminder.
So, you try to
Damn,
grab
I only got
him.
a 13.
13, he got a 5. You grabbed a hold of him.
I'll take it. Then I will
What
pull him 10 feet this direction. So that he's out of breeze. There you go. Oh.
Can I get the
One more
dagger
to the
damage,
left.
please? Yeah. Okay. Cool. You put him in the daggers. Awesome. 10 damage from the cloud of daggers. If you guys have not used this in Baldur's Gate 3, it's awesome.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
such
it
a good
is.
spell. I love it.
I'll use the last bit of my movement to move right here. That's it.
Right about. Cool. As you rotate him, Breezy, the Manticore is in your cloud of daggers once again.
She is
grapple.
going. Yeah, he can't move, so
I can't wait until I get counter attackers as well.
she is going to take a few steps back and go prone, and then she is going to. Actually, you know what? This thing actually really hurt her, so she's angry. So she is going to cast an upcast Burning Hands.
Awesome.
So it's what is this?
It's a dex save that he's disadvantaged on because he's grappled. So his dexterity saving throw will be a 15.
Oh, whoops. Cast and VTT. So I'm doing 4d6. It looks like, yeah.
Yep. Okay, he's saved. He got a 15 on the save, so he will suffer 7 damage.
And that's it for her turn.
Okay. At the end of this round, I am going to need to take 90 seconds, just heads up.
No problem.
Merlot is going to go ahead and swing again. And with a 13, he will miss this time, but as a bonus action, he's going to go ahead and drink a potion of greater healing, recovering
Look at that.
16 hit points.
So good.
All right. And so I need to reduce his number of potions of greater healing by 1. Got it. Cool. That's taken care of. We go to Jimmerly.
Well, Jimmy's having a man fight with this Manticore, so I will attempt the Boon Blade again.
Okay. An 11 will miss, unfortunately.
Well, then I will miss.
Okay.
No.
Luminastra.
Lumi will move again
Okay.
to here, and then she
Sure.
will attack the Manticore in front of Jimmy.
Okay.
It does 11 points of damage to it.
And that kills it. It had 8 hit points.
Okay, and then she will use the remainder of her attack movement to get to here. Yeah, there.
Okay. I'll be
Yep,
right
that's it.
back. Give me just a moment. You guys make your plans. I'll be right back. Just going to take 90 seconds.
Yep, no problem. Do-do-do-do.
My plan is I'm gonna whack it with a hammer.
Yes.
Got it. I still have 2 second level spell slots left. And
Yeah.
I think I can technically.
I still have and I have 1 slot left. I can't do much more other than just pepper people. I could do fairy fire in one of the manticore, 2 of the manticores, I think. If they get a little bit closer, I might be able to put fairy fire on all 3. Fairy fire is a 20
I
feet,
can
20-foot cube. Okay, let me check the 20-foot cube.
after the one that I have dies, I can try to drag the other one between Deus and Zal up to this cloud.
That 20-foot cube, that's huge. Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube, so 20 feet. It's a
Back. Sorry
D8.
about that. All
That
right.
sounds more like it.
So, Deuce is going to. He's holding on to Hinder Fate for Zalfiora. So he's going to cast Frostbite. And we're going to do that on Frostbite. We'll do that on the one between Zalfiora and him. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Which it fails, suffering 4 cold damage and has disadvantage on its next attack roll. We go to Zalfiora, who uses her spear. With advantage.
Huge.
And we'll hit, dealing 8 damage. And then she will move out of the way, and Deuce will drop the Hinder Fate so that the claw tears at the open air. We then go to the Manticore's turn. This Manticore starts in the Cloud of Daggers.
And let me do that. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Where is the button? Oh, I'll just do it here.
Wrong button.
Yeah, I don't know how to get
Button
a
crunk.
corner.
You deal 5 slashing damage to him. Alright, he's going to attack our friend Tomo because he's the only person I can. So, I bite down on your shoulder, dealing 8 piercing damage to you, Tomo.
Okay. That hits, and then I have to roll this Katana Vengeance saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Ooh.
Okay. I am not
Okay.
enraged.
Not yet. And then I go to give you a bear claw hug. With the first claw, I slash at you for 4 damage. You resist
Okay.
the rage. The second claw slashes at you for another 4.
Wow.
Sorry, another 7. And another wisdom saving throw. You resist the rage, sir.
And
Hello.
that's 19 damage total.
A lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
All right. So as the manticore is grappling with you and tearing at your flesh, this one that is between Deus and Zalfriora is going to attack the 2 of them. So 3d2. Our attacks are going to go first to Deus, who is bitten and missed. I believe. Let me double check his AC. Nope, he is bitten.
Bane.
This.
Oh wait, no, I
Bane.
dropped
Bane,
Bane. 'Cause
Bane, Bane.
no, I dropped it because it's concentration. Never mind.
Yep. So
Oh,
he's
okay,
not
yeah.
baned. Does
Yeah.
Deuce have shield? Let me check Deuce's sheet.
I think he
He's
does.
not here today. Deuce does not have shield.
Never mind.
So Deuce is going to suffer 9 piercing damage as the manticore bites down on his shoulder. 9 damage to Deuce. Alright. And then he's going to claw twice at Zalfriora. The manticore claws tear at her with their hooked barbs. The first one rakes across and she dodges to the side. The second one, she leaps over. Over here, this one will attack Merlot with a bite, missing as Merlot parries with his sword twice and 3 times. Merlot stands resolute, taking on a manticore by himself. We then go to Tomo, who's holding a manticore by the wings. What would you like to do, sir?
Oh, did that Manticore take Cloud of Daggers damage on
It
its
did, yes.
Yes, it did.
Awesome,
yeah.
awesome, awesome. Yeah, go for it.
Alright, I will draw my katana with one hand and attack him.
Okay. Are you just like shoving it into its ribs?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So you I just want to point out, like, you can move him and then put him back in. I'm just because it's
You
the
can,
first
yeah.
time. If when it's the first time it enters on a turn, so you have to
Yeah,
you
you're
have to do
absolutely
the,
right.
you have to do the shake and bake.
Yeah.
So as your one-handed katana stabs him for 6 damage.
Yeah, I stab him into the ribs and then kind of use that to kind of pull him this direction.
All right. Pull him there.
Then I push him back in.
And then you push it back in. They keep putting me back in.
Yep.
All right. Breezy.
I use my
Understand it?
bonus action to potion of greater healing as well, and that's it for my turn.
Excellent. Breezy, what would you like to do, Brizanthria?
Well, now I roll again because it's my turn. Oh no, it's
For
on
what?
its turn. Never mind. It's on its
yeah,
turn. It's on its turn.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I was
You're
being
good.
silly. Ignore me.
No, all good. That
I
would have been awesome, but
I
I
don't
think
know
that's
how to
the
play
enhanced-
wizards.
I think that's the enhanced Cloud of Daggers where it takes on everybody's turn.
I don't think that exists in this game unless you want me to write
Unless,
that up.
yeah.
That sounds like a 9th level spell, just saying.
Yeah.
It does. I was just about to say, sounds like a 9-level spell.
That an
Uh,
NPC should have.
Oh no, please don't. God damn it. I forget that he can use those things as well.
I will just do a ray of frost
Sure.
if I can find my. There it is.
The ray of frost crackles
Misses.
through the trees and misses the manticore. All right.
And that's it for her turn.
Merlot Rendaja is over there currently locked in heated combat with the Manticore, all by his lonesome. He swings his sword.
I feel
And
that we
will
shouldn't
cut it.
interrupt him. I think we should let him kill it by himself, so he get his level back.
If he solos this thing, he's getting his level back.
There you go.
All right.
Is he missing a level?
I don't think he
He
is,
is,
but
yes.
No,
yeah,
Oh, I
but-
don't know
I
actually.
don't think so right now.
you guys are on level 4, so
Yep.
That's
no.
correct. Yeah.
He's
on
not
this, yeah.
missing a level, but will prevent a level from being lost.
No.
All right. So after Merlot cuts him, Merlot's not going to drink a potion yet. He feels good about his chances as we go to Jimmerly.
Yeah, well, Marlowe is also very good at not making the best of decisions, so we'll let him
That's
do that.
true, and so it's good role play.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to walk up to the one with Deuce here, and I'm going to Booming Blade. That advantage going.
Sure. The booming blade
Where's
will
my
miss with a 12.
my rolls are so bad.
Oh man. All right. Anything else, Jimmerly?
Nope.
Okay. Luminastra, as you are flying in the trees over here, what would our fairykin like to do?
She was certainly. She looks around everything, noticing the cloud of daggers, little guy, and she's going to shoot a cosmic pulse at it.
All right. At the Manticore. Awesome.
Ooh, crit.
Awesome.
Uh,
The critical strike here is going to
I'll be right
deal
back.
24 plus 2. It's 26 damage plus your hex on that one.
oh yeah, let me do the hex. Hex. Where's super hex?
Okay,
Here you go.
26 right now. 26 plus
Ooh, max hex as well.
26 plus 12 would be 38 damage. You have killed yourself a Manticore as you blast a
Oh.
hole through its chest right where Tomo was holding.
And Lumi she lets loose this cosmic pulse, and she kind of shouts at you, Tomo. Tomo, grab the other manticore and push it into the cloud of daggers. As she moves her curse to the other manticore that's next to Deuce and Zalfriora and Jimiroi. Same
Very
thing.
well.
Strength.
Awesome.
She will stay there.
Cool. Dewstrom is going to cast Silas's Hinder Fate once again.
I love
as
this spell.
He's going to then move over to the side as he understands the plan, and Zalfriora will pierce with her spear and miss as the spear flexes against its hide. The Manticores act now. The dead Manticore is shredded by a cloud of daggers. This one is going to target someone around 3d3, so we will bite at
Oh, one of each.
our friend Jimmerly. Jimmerly, we bite at thee. A 19 to pierce you, Jimmerly. As the jaws open and clamp down on Jimmerly, I believe the 19 clamps on armor. I believe he's muted it or AFK. The claw will go against Zafriora, which will deal 5 slashing damage, and then miss our friend Deuce. Over here, we will attack Merlot. The bite, a 19 will bite Merlot for 9 damage. The claw will hit him for 8 and then miss. So he will suffer 17 points of damage as we go to Tomo's turn.
I will move here, use my reach to try to grab this manticore.
Very well.
That's only a 6.
All right, well, there's a chance.
It's got disadvantage. It's 12. Okay.
A 12, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will kick him.
Okay. As the long bugbear kick goes out, you will strike him for 8 bludgeoning damage. Sweet.
And I'll move
Yes.
up to here. That's it.
Cool. After Tomo moves over to grant flanking to Chimmerly, we go to Breezy. What would you like to do, Brizanthria?
Let's see. She has. She'll just Ray of Frost. The one that Tom was in front of.
Okay. An 18 will hit, dealing 7 cold damage to it, and its speed is reduced. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, Merlot. Merlot is going to start his turn this time by using his bonus action to drink another potion of greater healing off of his belt. Potion of greater healing. All right, so he recovers 15 hit points. And will go ahead and slash with his sword. And will miss. We then go to Jimmerly, who has advantage. What would Mr. Adlerman like to do? Is Jimmerly there? Okay.
Yo.
Jimmerly. Jimmerly, let us know when you're back. All right, so Luminostra, we're going to go ahead and move to you, so we keep things
Okay.
going. We'll go
Yeah.
to Jimmerly when he's back.
Okay, so Lomi will attack this
sir.
manticore. No, let me just press the button. Boop. That will be a 20 to hit and 15
Awesome.
damage.
Plus your cosmic
Yeah.
hex as well, please.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Plus 5.
All right,
So
you'll
it'll be
deal 20
20 points.
damage to the Manticore as your cosmic pulse tears at its flesh.
Indeed.
All right.
That's her turn. She will stand. She will stay where she is.
Okay. Strom here is going to cast Frostbite on the individual between him there. And so the Manticore needs to make a Constitution saving throw. And the con save be a 6. It will suffer 3 cold damage
Nice.
and have disadvantage. Alright. Then after that, we go to Zalfriora, who will use her spear once again and thrust as the woman pierces the Manticore for 1 point of damage.
Whoa, we need to get her better weapons.
She will. Then, does she have any potions on her? She does not. So,
It doesn't. Okay.
no.
We should
No,
change
no
that.
one ever gave her any potions.
I'm sorry, Zalfriara.
This Manticore is going to choose to attack one of the 4 people around. So, 3d4. We're going to attack our friend Zalfriora twice. The first one will be with disadvantage. So, with disadvantage, a 15 misses her. I believe, is that correct? Yes, she has an AC of 16. So, the claw against her will be an 8. That will miss. And then against Deuce, the claw will strike Deuce, dealing 8 damage to Deuce. Alright. So, 8 damage to Deuce. And Deuce needs to make a con save to hold on to Hinder Fate. And he succeeds. So, the other one will attack Merlot with a bite on Merlot will miss. The claw will miss. And the second claw will also miss Merlot as the Manticore attempts to ravage him. The Shunarkai stands there holding his ground. Tomo, what would you like to do, sir?
Going to attempt to grapple the Manticore.
Yes, sir. Manticore has an 11. You have grabbed a Manticore.
We'll
What
use
part of the
30 feet of
Manticore did you
movement.
grab?
Grab him by the mane.
tail? The mane?
Mane,
Just grab him by
yep.
the full hair and let's go.
Yep.
Awesome.
Drag him. Use 30 feet of my movement to drag him there.
Yes, sir. You drag him directly into the cloud of daggers. Breezy, how much damage does the Manticore suffer?
It does. I gotta go to the spell. Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
Generally, go ahead and roll your attack roll with advantage because Tomo was there and we skipped your turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I had my freezer was not freezing, so I'm a little concerned about it. Either that or my girlfriend just didn't close it all the way. I'm trying to find out.
Ah.
Hey, actually
You will have
hit
struck
13
it
damage.
for 13. Awesome. Cool. Awesome.
And then we'll give him a knee under the chin.
Awesome. For an additional 5 damages, you Muay Thai kick him.
And then I'll use my remaining 10 movement to move to this corner here. And that's it for my turn.
Okay. The Manticore has bit its tongue. As we go to Brizanthria, everyone knows how much that hurts.
She is going to Ray of Frost again.
All right. As the cold energy forms in the forest, you will miss the Manticore.
Yep. That's it for her turn.
Perhaps it's because the guys are distracting. Merlot slashes with his Comet Fall sword and will miss. He looks over. I've got it! I've got it! Jimmerly, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna whack this guy again.
And you will hit him, dealing 16 damage to him.
That's a bit of damage.
That is a lot of damage. You've left him with 6 hit points.
That's Jimberly's turn.
Okay. Luminastra.
Should we help Merlo?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Lumi will attack Merlo.
Oh, Merlo's like, no, I got it.
I'm sorry, Merlo. She will attack the Manticore where Merlo is at.
Sure.
That will be a 17 to hit. Takes
17 will hit.
9
because Merlot
points
has
of damage.
silvery barbs. Merlot does not have silvery barbs. Okay.
Oh, he wants to rebuff my attack.
All right, you will deal 9 damage to it.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Dustrom looks over and goes, there's no time to be brave. Just go ahead and kill it. And we'll use Frostbite on the one next to Merlot. The Manticore needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Which is...
Hey.
There it goes. An 8 fails and will suffer 5 cold damage and have disadvantage on its attack roll. As we go to Zalfriora, Zalfriora looks over and is going to stay away. She's going to use her sling to throw a pebble at the Manticore that is facing off against Merlot, hitting it for 5 damage. The Manticore starts its turn in the Cloud of Daggers. It has 6 health. How much damage does it suffer?
Let's see.
Yeah, you should die, I think.
It does
7.
die,
9.
as it
Up with
has
the other
1
one.
damage of overkill there. Excellent. Over here, the Manticore attacks Merlot.
Wait,
And we
is it
bite down on Merlot, missing. We claw at Merlot and will critically strike.
I'll use my level 2 spell slot to silvery barb that.
Okay. The claw turns into a 13 and an 18. Merlot will suffer 5 slashing damage. As we go to Tomo's turn.
Here, and then to here, to here, and then I'll attack.
Okay. Awesome. As our bugbear runs up behind, you miss the Manticore, who's too distracted with Merlot.
Okay, let's try a kick.
You will also miss with your kick.
Alright, that's my turn. Nobody saw that, right?
No.
All right. So after Tomo, we go to Breezy. Breezy, what would you like to do?
She's going to Ray of Frost the Manticore. So let's see.
Okay. The Manticore down here. Gotcha. With the 21, you will strike it.
And I do 1 damage.
Excellent. Its speed is reduced as we go to Merlot, who now has advantage. And Merlot's going to smile and move Comet Fall into one hand. And let me make sure he's got that. Yep, he's going to draw his battle axe that looks like it's made of vines And he's going to attack twice. The first one with his action, which will be a 20 to
Nice.
hit for 8 damage. And then with his offhand, which is the Divine Battle Axe, he will swing. And a 22 will hit. And will deal 1d8 damage. So, 1d8. Because he doesn't get his modifier on that. But he gets the full 8 damage from his offhand strike this time.
Very nice.
So, generally, what would you like to do?
Doesn't he have smite?
He does.
Oh,
We'll
but
go
anyways,
ahead
I
and do it.
guess-
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
I mean-
sense.
He wants to kill it, right?
Yeah, we're going to smite it. We're going to smite it big. All right, so we will add 1d8 on top of that. Each of those. So he adds an additional 7 damage to it.
Nice.
Cool. All right, so it is currently at, I believe, 12 hit points? Yes, 12 hit points. Generally, what would you like to do, sir?
I'd like to kill steal it.
Merlot
No!
looks at you, you jerk.
That's what you get for killing my goblin before.
Actually, 12 damage as well.
Oh no! You kill stealer. As the bonketing commences, you smash the brains of the manticore in, and you find yourselves out of combat at the middle of the night. Merlot looks at you and sighs. One of these days, I'm going to take something on all by myself.
You
But
killed
thanks
that
for the help.
poor goblin by yourself. Don't worry.
Thanks for the help.
Yeah. Lumi asks if everybody's okay. She sees obviously people hurt and stuff.
Zafriora is going to go to her tent, and she's going to begin resting.
Oh. Jimmy's like,
Let me walk-
I'll feel fine in the morning.
We will come up to Zalfrior's tent and she will kind of tap on the tent. Zal, are you there?
Yes?
She goes to the entrance of the tent, and I hadn't noticed, but here, and she will give her a potion, a greater healing potion, and she'll give her a greater healing potion and a normal healing potion.
Okay. I
You
will
should
add those
have
to your
these.
character sheet.
You should have these.
Okay.
Let me delete from mine. So it will be a normal and a greater, and then Lumi will
Confirmed.
just she will put the other ones in her belt.
Okay.
It's like I'm sorry, we should have gotten you some. Here, please have these.
She smiles kindly at you out of appreciation. Thank you. And she will hand you a good berry.
She takes a good berry and nods, thanking her for it. And that's she'll leave her be.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Tomo, it's actually a 40% chance to recover arrows. So I need you to roll 2d100s in order to recover the arrows.
Oh, I think we had discussed this, and we were just going to roll the number of arrows that I
That's
was
fine.
using.
That's fine. Then,
If you
That's
want
all
to do
right.
it that way, we can.
no, that's fine. That's fine. We can do it that way. That's good. All right. So you recover one of your arrows. It is not the arrow of sling, because when the arrow of sling is fired, it loses its magical property.
Mm-hmm.
But you recover an arrow. Awesome. Cool. Zafriora is going to mend herself. Over the next 30 minutes, she will use her hit dice in order to heal herself up.
Yep.
All right. So Deuce is also going to go to his tent and hunker down, limping all the way back into the tent, crawling in, groaning, and complaining about how hurt he is. All right. And I think that this is a great spot for us to end for today. You guys can go ahead and we're going to not do the long rest right now. We're going to save that for next session, because I do want to have the 2 other players here for this next segment, if you guys are cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Sounds good.
Okay, I know we're in that 3 to 4 hour range. I just want to make sure that you guys are cool with that. Is there anything you guys want to do
Sure.
before going to bed after this encounter?
Lumi will probably try to. She'd seen Zafriora harvest creatures before, and she kind of quite curious about this manticore, so she probably will check the creatures to see if she can harvest stuff from them. But
Sure.
doesn't have to be now; could be next week if you prefer.
Yeah, let's do that next week when those guys are here to assist with that. Plus, doing it at night would actually be very detrimental to your checks.
Yeah, Lumi would wait for the morning.
Okay.
And she's not comfortable. I think the only thing she's not comfortable about is having a bunch of bodies around the campsite that will attract,
Scavengers.
scavengers. Yeah, so she might suggest
It
for
takes
us
a
to
while.
move. Yeah. Okay.
It takes a while for creatures to actually detect dead entities like that. So it'll
Okay.
take a bit. All right. Then Merlot will continue on watch. Breezy, would you be returning to the camp?
Yeah. Yeah, she would be.
Okay. Cool. I'm sorry, I did forget to move your drift globe 2 squares closer to you, but
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
don't think it mattered.
It
All
didn't
right.
really matter, yeah.
And generally goes back to camp 2? I assume?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Then we will come back next week to continue the adventure beneath fallen skies.